What is up, everybody? NC.
JC and
We are here with AEW Full Gear 2025 live reaction. They're starting out with some continuation of a match. I guess it was some tag team match that was on the pre-show. And now you got one of the most boring Japanese wrestlers I've ever seen in Kazuchi Okada walking down the ringside wearing his black feather raven peacock coat. He's having a stare down with Takeshita. This is the ultimate battle of who's the more boring Japanese guy. I'm gonna go with Okada. Who you got, JC?
see with Okada, like he's at least got beach. What's Takeshita got?
But he's got the Don Callis family. That's what he's got.
Whoa, he's got the Don Callis family.
Big win there. Who's this fucking fat 50-year-old Mexican guy with a mask on? Oh, is this Haichiro?
This is Haichiro.
Awesome. Haichiro, all right. Oh, Okada would not exchange the handshake. He flips him off. So this is basically like 3 Mexican guys with masks and 2 Japanese guys with no personality. So nobody has a personality in this. I don't even think that the commentary team does. I think they maybe got Tony Schiavone. Give him that.
The way, see, no, go ahead.
No, please go.
No, so the way I look at this opening match is like, you know what, get it out of the way.
Yeah, at the same time, though, I'd rather they start out with some sort of story or something, some sort of backstage segment, a good match, something, We're not getting that. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So they got Okada at the top of the rope. You know what they need to do? Like, because we're talking about like having Tony Khan getting involved with the booking, like as a character on the show. What about Dave Meltzer? Like, what about if like Dave Meltzer turns heel on Kenny Omega?
Well, the thing about it is that I think it's just so insular. I think like everybody on the IWC would absolutely love it. We cover it, because we're on the IWC. We would cover it, but at the same time, a lot of people are like, who the fuck is this old ugly dude coming out doing run-ins? Like what the fuck is going on?
I'll tell you who he is. He's a legend, damn it. A legend of giving shitty star ratings to shitty matches that are boring.
That wrestler still suck his dick for it to see Jordan Grace calling him Gordon Ramsay. What the fuck? She hasn't, like, nobody's learned. All a bunch of fucking marks backstage. All of them.
Because what it does, like being in that situation, I think it makes you markier. Because like they're all a bunch of marks backstage in WWE.
Oh, they are? Well, because especially when you realize that Triple H is a big mark and all the producers are big marks. It's like, if you're not a big mark, you gotta become a big mark, or else you're not gonna fit in. That's the way it is.
Yeah, you gotta be a mark. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Clark was saying, in my opinion, the neckbeard smart movement started when WWE hired all of those big name Ring of Honor guys. That's when we noticed the big shift, Clark, and we tried to let everybody know back in the day, but they didn't want to listen. Because we were one of the first ones to actually cover NXT on YouTube. Not a lot of people gave a shit about NXT. We were like, you know what, fuck it, let's try it out. It's the alternative. Young stars are coming up. Let's see what they got. So we started watching it, and with Dusty helping out with Triple H, we gave Triple H a lot more credit than we should have. We thought Triple H was actually a decent booker. Come to find out when Dusty died, he took all the magic of the show with him, and we were just left with Triple H's just boring Ring of Honor ripoff show. And it became even worse when literally he raided Ring of Honor, PWG, Evolve, all these indies to really make NXT into the super indie to compete with Tony Khan. And still to this day, he's using the main roster now to compete with Tony Khan. He hasn't given up on his battle with Tony Khan. He has forgotten about those 72 weeks, people. They haunt him.
Well, I'll put it this way, if SmackDown keeps sinking faster and faster, they can get competitive with Tony Khan. Tony Khan, even if he's pulling in 700, 800,000 for Dynamite, you could see a future where, it's not likely, but you could see a future where Dynamite beats SmackDown. It's not likely, but who knows? Anything can happen in this crazy world that we live in,
Well, the thing is that, especially with SmackDown dropping so low, like it's already going back and forth right now between 900 and 1.1. So it's not in a good range right now, and it's in that deep, like 300 range where it goes back and forth. So anytime it goes like that, you're not going to see it get over 1.2. It's pretty much stuck in that territory. What's going to happen is once it starts to get down next year towards 800, 700, it will be competitive with Dynamite. Dynamite will be getting close to 500, but 600 for a good show. They're really closing the gap. And it's not like Tony's doing much. He's just doing his thing. Triple H just get worse.
No, and that's the thing. And like, I understand why people would think that Tony Khan is the worst booker, but see, I think he's not. Triple H is the worst booker. You want to know why? It's as simple as this. He has more to work with than everybody else, and he's getting the least results.
Well, that's the most frustrating thing is he has one of the best rosters that WWE has had in quite some time. In any fan's mindset, not just ours. In any fan's mindset, because they have a little bit of everything that every type of fan would want. They got some stuff that the older fans would want, some newer casual fans would want, the indie graps fans, the Euro smart fans. They have a little bit of what every fan would want out there. But the problem about it is that when you try to book a variety show and you're not a jack of all trades, you're not even good at one thing, it's going to be a shit show.
That's true. That's very true. And we give Tony Khan shit, and I think, some things he deserves shit for, no doubt about it. I think even he would say that. But like Tony Khan, he's going into this when he's like 6 years ago, did not have any knowledge of like how to run a wrestling business, didn't understand, the politics of wrestlers and all that goes into that. I think that he's learning as time goes on. I just think that AEW has a bad reputation.
Well, it does. A lot of it happened with CM Punk. When CM Punk went and left and caused that big hoopla like he did, it left a black eye on AEW that never really healed. And that's the problem is that as long as CM Punk is relevant, pushed to the top, and popular on the internet, AEW is going to have a hard time really earning back the fans that they lost. See, that's the thing about CM Punk is he's going to take about a good 200 to 300,000 fans with him wherever he goes. It's not very impressive, mind you, but it is what you get nowadays.
and that's the thing. So Triple H has CM Punk, AJ Lee, Nikki Bella, occasionally Trish Stratus, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, like Roman Reigns. He's got all these stars to work, Rey Mysterio, all these stars to work with, and yet he's pulling in barely over $1 million for SmackDown and still under $3 million for Raw, like worldwide, calculated over a week. Like it's like what he's doing, in my opinion, is worse than any numbers Tony Khan is getting because of all that he has to work with the money, the good reputation, the good fan will for all that time. I think a lot of what happened like in 2022 was you had so many fans who were frustrated with Vince McMahon that they wanted an alternative.
Well, of course. They were hoping that anybody's gonna be better than Vince, because they're like, oh, Vince pushes the same guys, and they never even. That's the thing is when you get stuck in that hole of complacency and you bite a gift horse in the mouth, like they basically were there by the hand that feeds. They didn't realize that they were doing it. They were looking at gift horse in the mouth, and what happened is that gift horse went left, and now they're stuck with Triple H's shitty booking. And that's the thing too is it took them forever to start to see Vince's faults. People started seeing Triple H's faults in 3 years.
No, because they're apparent. And the problem with his faults is like when he's in a creative jam, like his answer is bring back a star from the past. Well, what happens when you bring back all the stars from the past that you can, and the one that you've been relying on with John Cena and Brock Lesnar, they're not going to be there for much longer.
He doesn't have that in mind. He's like, oh, I'm not worried about that because I got Gunther, I got Island Dragunov, I got Sami Zayn, I got Cody Rhodes, I got Seth Rollins, I got all these stars that I made. Kevin Owens come back from injury too. That's what's going through his fucking thick shit skull. He's not thinking about anything else. Oh, thankfully the 6-man CMLL trios tag match fucking ended. Good lord. Chapter 2 was saying Harley Cameron and who else on busting Mount Rushmore? I'd say modern day you can honestly look at the AEW locker room and make a Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna go with Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, Willow Nightingale, and Mama Wayne.
Mama Wayne. What do you think about Taya Valkyrie? Would she be on there?
It's just she's such a Satan dick sucker. It's hard for me. Yeah, that's I like them. And when she wore that Baphomet Christmas sweater, it was hard for me to get that out of my head, bro. Or the one with upside down crosses on it. Like, that. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
I don't blame you. It can absolutely be a turnoff. This is a surprise one. What about Bayley?
Bayley, well, that's the thing is when Bayley actually puts on weight, she puts it on the right way. She's one of those women that's, for all her faults, she's just a naturally hourglass type woman. She gets the weight all in the right places, gets boobs, gets butt, and it's all natural. That's not a BBL or anything. That's the one thing I can say about Bailey is she's never had a surgical scar on her body ever, not even on her face.
I mean, fortunately, unfortunately, it depends on how you look at it. You know,
However you look at it, beauty's in the eye of the beholder here. All right, we got Pac versus Darby Allin. You know Darby's gonna take some fucking stupid bump, like a fucking brainbuster off a 50-foot scaffold. Oh, Darby. It's okay, they'll just put putty in my skull and hold it together. I'm barely alive anyways. Pain is making me alive. And that's another thing about Ty, to be quite honest. She's not as physically fit as she used to be. No. It's kind of like an alley cat type situation, you know?
yeah, just the 8 nipples and
Yeah.
the pendulous fucking, yeah.
She's seen better days.
Yes, she has, absolutely. Yeah, so, yeah.
Leave it at that. Oh, so the big rumor going around right now, how do you feel about it? Anna Jay leaving AEW. I don't think it's going to happen, but what do you feel about it?
Where's she gonna go?
NXT would be, I guess, the big rumor. I would assume WWE should want her. She's only 32 years old, or 31. She's super young. She's great looking. She's not the best in the ring, but she would fit perfectly in NXT.
She would fit perfectly in NXT, but like I don't see her leaving, honestly. I mean, she could. I just don't see her leaving.
I hope she doesn't. I mean, I think she's an asset to the division, and I like AJ. I think they're a great tag team. I think they should keep it together.
No, they are. They're a great tag team. And, yeah, I think she's gonna stay, but you know, who knows? Who knows? Like, it wouldn't surprise me to see her in NXT next year. It really wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's the thing too. Is I think that if AEW doesn't start to regain a lot of that fanfare, it may be a situation where a lot of the younger stars are starting to look at NXT as a way out. Who knows?
They could. They very well could. And that's the thing. Is like Tony Khan really like. I think he's starting to take it more seriously now. But he really needs to take these ratings more seriously and not just say we're number 6 in the night. Tony, no. Your last time I pulled in 491,000. That ain't good.
Oh, ow.
Yeah.
Big butthole. He said, Sammy Game, Drilla Igalanov, Gunther, Hitler, Albie Darlin. None of them stand a chance next to Samsung. I'll be world champion. Shout to me. That would be great. Just a 6'6" tall weeb that comes out drinking whiskey and just beats the shit out of people with a whiskey bottle. I love that shit.
Like, give him like a kendo stick like Sandman. I'm going out there drinking, bashing people over the head. That'd be fucking great.
Fuck yeah, money.
Clark
was saying, this one Smark he gave Austin Eddie Guerrero on SmackDown in 2001 star. What an asshole. He gives Kenny Omega and John Moxley matches 4 and 5 stars. As you once called it, Smarks lobotomized mental patients. Well, the thing about it is that they don't realize that the wrestling, quote-unquote wrestling that they enjoy is not wrestling. You're watching a choreographed stunt in the ring. You're not watching two guys actually going in there and putting on a fake fight. That's the thing, is it's not even a fake fight anymore. It's just, I do a choreographed routine, you go along with me, and hey, if I'm going a little too slow, you slow down too. Not like in a real fight, oh, take advantage of me and beat the shit out of me. No, you go slow too and make the fight look like shit. Pisses me off, man.
It does. It really does. And I think a lot of what they do is just for approval. They parrot these stupid fucking opinions because they want to fit in. I'm like, no, be fucking real. Like, you did not actually enjoy that match. That fucking long-ass, boring Kenny Omega Okada match was not entertaining. It was fucking boring.
And even the match that the fans were jacking off to on the internet. You know what was the one that we're really jacking off to from this past Dynamite, which just frustrated me, was Okada and Mascarada Dorito. We hated that fucking match. That was exactly what I was talking about. Okada was going super fucking slow, and Dorito had to slow down for him. I don't want to see that shit. It doesn't look like a real fight when you have to slow down.
No, it doesn't look like a real fight at all. Like, and that's the problem. Is like it's like people ask like what kind of match? Like we want intensity in our matches. We want there to be some kind of story. And we want there to be like logic to it. Like take for example, like you get intensity with Diarrhea over on SmackDown, but you don't get good selling. You don't get logic at all. It's just him. It's like an extreme. It's either he's not selling enough or he's selling too much. Oh, Darby, what are you doing?
Darby's looking like a transgender sand trooper from Star Wars right now. What is this? It's like if Gwen Stefani was dressing like a sand trooper. What the fuck is this?
It'd be funny if it was like Tekla behind the robe. Like Darby Allin comes out from the.
That would be sick. Hey, they should do that shit so they have the same build. I agree. Yes.
It's a swerve, bro.
Bro, they got the same build. They're the same height. I did it. They worked. Bro, money.
That'd be fucking funny. Like, could you imagine? Like, it'd be goofy, but you'd have a lot of fans talking about it.
What, especially nowadays with all the intergender bullshit going on. The IWC would probably love it anyways. So JT was saying, my 3 anime Victoria's Secret Hooters Angels are Julia, Kiana James, and Lady Reed. That's a good cast right there, man. Julia's not the juggiest, but the other 2 ain't too bad. So yeah, not a bad set. She's still got a great set of Hooters. I mean, but no, I'm just saying,
You know who could be on that list?
Who's that?
What about Lash Legend?
Lash has got some big boobs. Yeah, I think maybe her height throws a lot of dudes off. JT likes tall girls though, so then again, I don't know. Who knows?
There you go. And then you know, okay, so like another tall chick who's got big Hooters. What about Megan Bayne?
Oh, yeah, Megan Bayne is awesome. If you had to sit in a room and watch either Noseman or Dave Book a wrestling show, I'm thinking Dave, simply for the fact that with Dave, I've never got a feeling like he dislikes us or hates us. I think he's like mildly entertained by us. He's never blocked me. He's gotten on burners and sarcastically replied to me, but he's never had that malice towards me. So I think I could actually have a conversation with Dave. With Triple H, be talking like to an ugly big nose brick wall. I can't work that.
Let's just say I find it amusing.
Well, that's the thing. Like Dave, he seems like a guy that just likes to smoke weed and play frisbee golf with his buddies and watch wrestling. Like he seems like a chill old dude, while Triple H is just I don't know, secret neo-Nazi that goes to Macy meetings. You know, his time off. I don't know.
he's just a fucking like Triple H is a fucking sensitive bitch. Like when he went off the fence and said, if you don't like the booking, fuck off. No, fuck you, Nose man. You up your fucking booking because right now Tony Khan is doing a better job than you. Even with this fucking sloppy, boring flip flop vest he's putting on full gear right now, it's still more entertaining than fucking SmackDown was. And I watched SmackDown this Friday. It sucked.
Well, that's the thing. The only thing SmackDown really had to talk about it was Drew McIntyre beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes. That's like really the only thing of consequence that happened on the whole fucking show. At least with Dynamite, we were seeing some building up over the women's division. We saw the Hurt Syndicate getting some big wins and moving up. They're getting the storyline set up for full gear and all the matches going into there. I feel like there's less lull lately with AEW and more flow, if that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. It really does. Like I'll tell you, when I was watching this past SmackDown, like they do not understand nuance. I mean, the producers that are in WWE don't understand nuance. They don't understand how to make things look realistic. The makeup that they had on Cody Rhodes' head from when he got attacked by Drew, it looked like he took a fucking axe to the face. It didn't look like he got punched. It looked stupid.
Was it worse than the time when Wyatt Six fake killed everybody backstage and fucking Chad Gable had a massive head wound and he came back next week? Was it worse than that shit?
It was worse than Kenny Omega coughing up Strawberry Jam.
Was it as bad as Kenny Omega's Strawberry Jam incident? Okay, wow. The WWE has been they've been awful lately. Then see, that's the thing, you can never compare to the Rock Cody Rhodes beatdown. That is still, to this day, one of the best beatdowns we've seen on any Raw or SmackDown.
And the problem with it is they didn't even show the beatdown. They just showed Drew walking out of the bus and Cody's laying backwards with his head towards the steps, and you see this like axe wound in the side of his head. And it just looks so fucking stupid. And the actors that they had there were just they had never acted before in their life. It was horrible. And then the other thing I hated too is when you're having these like backstage, like when you had Charlotte and Rhea having their little sit down promo video package thing, they're playing this like overly loud dramatic music over it, so you can barely hear what the fuck they were saying. It's they don't understand nuance. They don't understand how to make this entertaining or believable. This is what happens when you have wrestlers running production. It looks like WWE. It looks awful.
Well, my big thing is, why can't they get any decent guys for makeup? Like, especially, you know what, Tom Savini, he's, from what I understand, he's still alive, probably still looking for work. Hire that fucking talented motherfucker up. I would be getting somebody who can actually do good Hollywood makeup. Especially if you're getting the writers and shit, and you want to make realistic looking beatdowns, you want to get a good makeup crew. You want to get a guy who understands all this FX shit. I would get Tom Savini right off the bat.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you don't go with like, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if that was like fucking Shane Helms, like, yo man, I'll do the makeup on your forehead, I'll make it look good. Well, it surprised me.
No, I completely agree. Well, here's how they should have done it. What should have happened is it should have been Cody Rhodes ready to go in the truck. He's got like a blood packet ready to go. Have Drew whale a couple punches, and you know the cameraman's on the outside of the bus. Meanwhile, Cody's splashing the fucking the blood on his face, getting the cut ready. And then as the cameraman comes in, all he sees is Drew punching the bloody spot on his forehead. There's methods that, like, it just shocks me. And I hate to jack ourselves up, but on every single live stream now, we've given them creative advice on how to make this shit look real, and still they can't fucking get it right.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they don't get it. That we get it, but they don't. It's ridiculous. Wally, thank you, man. Thank you for the shout out, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Wally. Man, Wally's a soldier, always putting us over. He had to watch BC Amplified stupid ass fucking live stream, and he fucking barely made it through. I can't blame you, man. Shit sucks. VHS was saying, at least The Rock have folks watching him giving Cody a David Flair beatdown back then. That's what I'm saying. It was entertaining, man. That was the last time that I actually saw something like that people talked about for a couple months afterwards. People were still talking about that shit that Rock beatdown. And just the raw emotion he got out of it, especially when he's like, keep the camera rolling. You know, that's money right there. And then even the little Easter egg too, where he looked at the truck and John Cena was there.
Yeah. Like everything, just the thought that went into it, the detail that went into it. Whereas you're not seeing that with WWE's producers. They're not putting the detail in, they're not putting the work in. And then why do you, what, can Cody Rhodes not take a fucking punch to the face as a pussy? Does it all have to be makeup that looks like shit?
Well, that's like we were talking about on the previous live stream, how to do a good work punch and make it look real. If Cody had already put the blood packet on his head and you had Drew punching the area where the blood packet is, his fist is going to be covered with red. Cody's forehead is going to be covered with red. It's going to be covering more as the hits keep on landing. As long as it's a good work punch landing right in the cut, it's going to look good. How do they not fucking get this shit?
Because they're not trained. They're not trained for it. Like,
what happened to razor blades? What happened to the thin little razor blade slit at the top right near the scalp, and as you sweat, or as you rub against it, starts bleeding? What the fuck, man?
Literally the only thing I can think of is Cody Rhodes didn't want to blade. He didn't want to get busted open. It's like, okay, let's put the makeup on. We'll try to make it look realistic that way. The problem is you don't have the people there to make it look realistic. It look like shit.
But that's the thing, like, blood packets, you fucking idiots. You don't have to have the camera on, especially if the cameraman's cut. Like, they hear from the back, oh, we hear that something just went down on Cody's bus. Yeah, the cameraman run towards the fucking bus. And meanwhile, they're doing the stunt. Cameraman comes on the bus, Drew's already punching the bloody up spot. Boom, camera magic. You know?
It's not difficult. It really isn't. Just all the other, like, I appreciate the cinematic video packages they got going on, but they don't, like, it's not interesting. Me, you know, seeing Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley have a sit down about, like, you know, Charlotte's like, I don't trust you, Rhea.
Who cares?
Yeah, like who cares?
Well, that's my biggest thing with, especially the women's segments, is the guys, a lot of people, they just don't care about them unless they're going into them. Like, that's the only reason why people are even caring about the whole Asians versus Rhea shit is good material, not because the promos fucking suck. They need to start putting more people that are good on the mic. Like, Alexa Bliss was a good change of pace last week, even though she got wooded. Put her more on the mic. Lash Legend, get her more on the mic. Anybody who's decent on the mic should be working the mic more.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should be working the mic more. But you're not going to get that. You're going to get the fucking, you know, NXT whack and old bullshit that Triple H is fond of. That's what you're going to get on the main roster. I mean, JD Madonna versus Ilya Dragunov. That is like, who gives a shit match if I've ever seen one.
Oh, well, that's Triple H's way now. Is he's totally just making SmackDown the banger show. You know, that's why the ratings are through the fucking toilet. And they're sinking. Is because he keeps on putting people out there in top spots that you don't want to see. Nobody ever wants to see Ilya Dragunov as a champion except the internet. Nobody ever wants to see Gunther's the top guy besides the internet. When you see that the internet gets their way, those 4.4K likes get their way, you lose in ratings. Yeah, you might get more likes for your decisions, but you get less ratings. It's a trade-off.
That's the thing, is that, like, it's like they're getting what they want. They're getting everything that they've ever wanted, and yet you're getting record low ratings. We've been saying this for years. You give them what they want, the product is going to fucking die.
The worst is Wrestle Purist, and that's the thing. Is Triple H takes everything Wrestle Purist said word for word. Every single booking advice they have. Ida Dragunov should be world champion. Gunther should be the undisputed champion. Cody Rhodes should have a super long reign. They contradict themselves all the time, mind you. Just the worst fucking advice. More time need to be given to the women. It's just like, bro, you have no good ideas at all. Shut the fuck up.
Well, it's like more time given to women. Which women? Like, there's not many like really entertaining personalities in the women's division in WWE. There's not many of them.
I look at it like this, you know. If anything, you should test the women. See if they're good with 3 minutes, 5 minutes. If they're not, you can go ahead and head the Tegan Knox route and get the fuck out. I think these wrestlers need to learn that you don't need 15 minutes to work. You only need 5 at the most. If you know how to tell a story, if you know how to get your shit in, if you know how you're good enough, and you can work, then you don't need all that time. But all these fucking wrestlers love jacking themselves off nowadays. Oh, I gotta get my choreographed bullshit in. We gotta pop the crowd for fucking 15 minutes. You will get more reaction over 5 minutes, and they will remember you more. When it goes long, people fucking just don't care. They act like they care, but they don't.
Well, they think that getting more TV time is what's gonna get them over. It's not. What's gonna get you over is connecting with the crowd, and that can happen in a minute. That can happen in 30 seconds. Or that can happen in 30 minutes. Like you don't. If you need 20 minutes to get over with the crowd, you're probably not a good wrestler. You're probably not very captivating to begin with, and you should probably be on the indies.
Well, that's why it kind of bugged me that Tony was like, you know, I just give the wrestlers 20 minutes and I let them do what they need to do out there. That's the problem.
Right.
You shouldn't be giving them 20 minutes. With how big your roster is, you have like, what is it, 200 people on your roster, close to it. You have a lot of people on your roster, and you only have 2 shows to showcase. What you should be doing is doing more short matches, more segments, fill up your dark matches, get everybody out there, get everybody working on one show or another. There's no reason for anybody to sit back and catering at all. He should also be trimming the roster. He has people on that roster that should have been fired a year or 2 ago.
No, he does. And look, there's people in the indies right now that he could be bringing in that would be an improvement. Like I know that it's popular with the anti-smart community to crap on a lot of indie wrestlers, but we gotta be real. Like, there are some really great ones out there that can add a lot to your company, that are charismatic, that look great on camera, that can cut great promos. You can bring them in your company, and they would be able to, you know, fit. You know, they'd be able to make it work.
Did you? Because Ariel Hawani asked him, "What do you think about Cross?" And he's like, "You know, Cross is an interesting choice." In other words, fuck Cross. That's how I look at it.
Well, it's like see, I heard the entire interview. Like, what I heard was like he he would sign him. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that he thinks that he's secretly got a deal on the inside job deal on the down low. Like, like he really doesn't think he's a free agent. Like he's being allowed to go out there and do his Hollywood, his movie stuff, and then he'll come right back. I think that's what Tony Khan is thinking.
I will show you something on the news. It was very telling when Cross said, you know what, I spent my whole career going after liars like you saw what I did with Sami Zayn. What if I told a liar too?
Right.
And we'll show you that. He even says, that conspiracy theory that we came up with, that he's just doing the indies for a little bit just to get his Hollywood shit out of the way and he'd be back by Rumble time. It's almost like a little wink towards us, That's what
I kind of, and I'll add on to that too. Like Triple H, you're seeing this now. Like, look at all the talents that are in WWE going and doing like Japanese shows and Mexican shows that aren't like really involved with WWE. Like you're seeing him give them a little bit more leeway. So it wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, it could happen. All right, so we got Pac building up speed. He's gonna lariat to Darby Allin. Okay.
I would figure they've been doing some more crazy shit in this match. This has been a fairly basic match for Darby. I'm surprised.
Yeah, this is kind of. I mean, it's better than the first match, but it's no.
Yeah, it's going to be Pac winning, but only after Darby beats the shit out of himself for 20 minutes.
Yeah, more than likely.
Dustin the Grim was saying AEW and WWE both need to trim the rosters down to about 35 to 50. And that's the problem is, like, I don't think that's ever going to happen under Triple H and Tony Khan because they're not ruthless like Vince is. Vince was a ruthless motherfucker. I'll never forget the promo that he was telling Austin Theory that when I fire somebody, especially during Christmas time, it gives me a warm feeling in my stomach like I just ate a hot meal. When he said that shit, I was like, wow, dude, he actually gets off on the shit. Because we would cover every single year for like about a good 5 to 6 years of spring cleaning that they would do. And every year was like right around 30 to 40 people that would get axed, like ruthlessly. Like Vince would look at it like, you know what, I'm cutting you so you can get better.
That's a way to look at it because like sometimes being in the WWE system, you may not be given the opportunity to get better. You may just need the fire on your ass, that being out of the complacency. And I think that's what we're seeing a lot of in WWE is just a lot of complacency. They just because they got that downside guarantee, they don't give a fuck.
Well, even Punk was talking about that too. He said, that's a good thing now in comparison to when I was coming up is you had to be the top guy if you wanted to be the most paid guy. And he's like, now everybody's on a salary, so he's like, I don't care if I'm in the main event or the first match. If anything, I can go ahead and take a shower and watch the rest of the show. So he says like now he made it seem like almost like kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, okay, well, nobody has motivation, but at least everybody's paid well. Is what he basically said.
Well, but that's a problem in and of itself because it ends up coming back to bite the wrestling business in the ass. Because when you have a complacent roster, you're not going to get the best product.
Right, and that's what we tried to say to Triple H, but he's too comfortable. He's too comfortable. Tony is definitely comfortable. A lot of these bookers are very comfortable because they're in their comfort zones. They don't have to get out of them, especially with a guy like Nick Khan backing up Triple H. He can do whatever the fuck he wants until he decides to step out of the picture. It's never going to be one of those things where he gets dramatically fired on TV or it's in the news Triple H got fired from WWE. It's going to be Triple H stepping away from WWE, somebody taking a spot, him going on hiatus, and the fans wondering when he's going to return. And then that hiatus turning into a permanent hiatus, kind of like almost like a Stephanie McMahon type situation, where maybe he shows up every once in a while just for appearances. That's what's going to happen. It's never going to, like with how much Triple H has done for WWE for over 20 years, they're never going to outright fire this guy, not even with him getting the shitty ratings. I know it's not what everybody wants to see and hear, but as bad as we think he is, I can't deny the fact that the guy's put his fucking time in the company. He's a soldier. I mean, he's an awful booker, but at the very least, let him right off in the sunset.
Well, see, they may be looking at it that way right now. Who knows? Like, it depends on like if the ticket sales are really going down. Like, this is the problem. Like, this is the double-edged sword with Triple H making himself the face of the company. It's like, yeah, the good thing is you're the face of the company. You're the guy that's on all the interviews and all the podcasts, and your face is all over WrestleMania. That's great, Triple H. You can do that. But if it becomes apparently obvious that you can't pawn the blame off on Michael Hayes or Bruce Pritchard, and it's your creative that's causing a downturn in business, you become the scapegoat. You become the one guy to blame for everything that's going wrong, and they just fire you. See, I could see that actually happening. As crazy as that may sound, I can see that happening.
He's too popular and well-known and respected for it to happen, especially when Nick Khan watching his back. If he were more of an outlier and causing more problems, I could understand. But he's too well-loved backstage to mandate an outright firing. And it's not like he's in a position where like Scott D'Amore was, where they can easily flip him out. He's too ingrained. So I think my honest opinion, I could be wrong on this, I feel like he's going to quietly step away after WrestleMania. That's going to be a swan song, and then we're probably going to see Shawn Michaels take a spot.
Yeah, I mean, because we've been seeing Triple H take a lot of time off in creative. I mean, granted, like he can make calls and all that, but I mean, who knows? I do because I'm seeing on SmackDown attempts and efforts to go into more of a cinematic storytelling direction, but I'm seeing some of the worst execution I've ever seen. Like honestly, Tommy Dreamer would be better at executing this than Road Dogg and Triple H.
Well, because Tommy Dreamer, at least, he was very influential in making a lot of those ECW episodes that we enjoyed back in the day. He was, very hands-on with creative, helping out Paul Heyman, helping out Gabe Sapolsky. So yeah, he came up with some great stuff in ECW. Unfortunately, while he may have that cinematic edge, Tommy, one thing he always falls into is too goofy. He always gets too fucking goofy, and it fits in TNA because TNA is a fucking goofball factory. But he just gets way too fucking goofy for his own. Like that's why he had to leave WWE. WWE was becoming too professional.
It's true though. It's true. Like, and that's the problem with TNA. Is like for me, like watching it's too goofy. You got that goofball Santino Morello like all throughout the show, ruining it. You got a lot of goofy, and goofy can be good in small doses.
Well, what really drove me away for TNA, and I have not watched it since, is really when they did the invasion angle with NXT. I felt like TNA, and a lot of other TNA fans felt this as well. I felt like TNA lost its identity. I don't feel like it's the same TNA it was anymore. I feel like it's almost being shadowed by Triple H. It doesn't feel the same. It feels very much like almost like just another homogenized, shitty, like overbooked, long match Triple H product. I really feel like Triple H is spreading his tentacles and his booking styles in all these companies.
Because even NXT is starting to feel very Triple H-ish now. It's like you got some of the good people on that roster. I mean, you got some good people on the NXT roster, like JC Jane and Tatum Paxley and Obafemi and Trick Williams. They're great talents there, but you're starting to see a lot of the Triple H booking, the blandness coming back.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the blandness is definitely there. At least we got some good women wrestling right now. We got Megan Bayne coming out, so Megan Bayne's a star. Definitely a 4-match winning streak right now, so it looks like they're building her up for a title shot. If she's the one to beat Statlander, I'd be happy with that. Fuck, even if she's the one to beat Monet, I would be happy with that because I feel like she's ready. I feel like she's done enough to be at that spot.
So what is this match again? This is the
It looks like I think it's a 4-way match. I don't know. Marina Shafir's in there.
Okay.
I think it's the tag team match. So it's the semifinals of the tag team. So it's Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. They're the tag team, and they're going up against Sky Blue and God, who's that other chick? It's not Julia Hart. It's the other one. Tekla. Okay.
Cool. All right. So no, that's not bad. They were talking about like on this past Dynamite or Tony or Mina Shirakawa brought up the idea of a Type A death match. If you got to do it, don't use fucking kayfabe sugar glass. No. Use actual glass. Real glass.
Jack Perry would approve.
All Can I be a special guest referee? There's a real glass. I gotta get involved.
Especially if Anna Jay's in there, just so she can make fun of his little dick. All right, so we got Anna Jay coming down to ringside with Willow Nightingale, or sorry, Holly Cameron and Willow Nightingale, looking great.
Oh, yeah.
The big booby tag team is here to rock shit, kick ass.
Call them the bouncies.
The bouncies are here to bounce your ass. I can't wait to see what this is a 4-way tag team match, right?
Yeah, this is a 4-way tag match.
Okay. All right, we got Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. Okay, dude, this is gonna be a banger. Like I don't say that often, but when you got this many beautiful women in one match, this is rare. You don't see this too often in pro wrestling. Usually it's like 3 out of 4 but ugly. Like this is definitely it's an attractive woman tag team matchup.
I mean, like if we're being honest, like is there any unattractive woman in this match?
There isn't. I mean,
not really.
Some people say Marina Shafir, she's not bad. When she has makeup on, she can look pretty good. So I'll give her that.
Yeah, she looks fine. Okay, so you got Tony Storm and Mina coming down to the ring, and they're fucking their top coat, their fucking fedora hat and their trench coats. So they're all gimmicked up. All right,
cool. It's almost like a little stripper deal, you know, like the fucking like the pervert at the park wearing the coat, you know,
the flasher.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So is Julia still hurt, or is she part of this match? I'm confused.
Julia Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who's in this match.
Okay, so I see Julia in this match. So I'm trying to figure out who's on the outside then, or if they're just part of the 3-way. I don't know what the fuck's going on. They've already lost control. They've already lost control of the match. Everybody's fucking fighting everywhere. You got Marina Shafir nailing knees to the face of Tony inside the ring. You got Julia like beating up Harley Cameron on the outside. Sky Blue's just walking around, just scratching her ass.
Kicking Mina Shirakawa, walking away.
All right, we're finally getting some sort of order here. The women are getting up back to the quarters. Marina's nailing some good elbows to the face on Tony. Tony's taking it because she's just a fucking monster like that.
She can take it. Oh yeah, she's tough. Yeah, you gotta give her credit for that. So what I'm liking about the show is it's reminding me of the pacing of All In, where you get the garbage matches out of the way, and then you just slowly build up.
Heck yeah, man. I'm starting to think, hey man, are we becoming sickos? I hope I'm not becoming a sicko.
No, but we're not sickos because we hold Tony accountable.
True. But no, people would say that. You guys are AEW fans, you're sickos. No, we just happen to enjoy the last couple of episodes. I'll say that much.
Well, yeah, you got talents on the roster that are entertaining, like Tony Storm. It's and Harley Cameron. Like there are people there that are entertaining to watch. Whereas WWE, you got just blandness all the way. Even CM Punk is bland.
Well, because he's good guy Punk. Nobody wants to see good guy Punk. They want to see spoiled fucking dickhead asshole Punk. That's the one that gets the viewers. Like Punk, when he constantly is the victim, is the best type of Punk.
Oh yeah, like crybaby Punk is just that's Punk right there. He's got to be just a big whiny crybaby, not this happy-go-lucky. I'm this babyface. I love you all. I respect John Cena so much. No, be a fucking crybaby. What are you doing?
Well, that should be the thing. Is after he wins the title, he amps it up even more. Starts calling Triple H a fucking Nazi skinhead. Starts going like just go after everybody. Call like other wrestlers sexist while he hits blatantly on other women backstage. Just have him just embody the CM hypocrite handle that he has on the internet. I would love that shit.
He goes back there's like, don't be a fucking misogynist, sexist asshole, you prick. Hey, how's it going?
Yes. Just rub it in people's face that he's Punk. You follow his lead, not the other way around.
Oh, that'd be great. Or just to add on to that, he said that to McIntyre. He says, since like Stephanie McMahon or whoever, hey, sugar tits, what's going on? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she's like, oh, hey, Daddy, how are you? And that's what you get at, man. It's money. So what was it? Metalhead was saying that look at all these wrestlers. 213 wrestlers signed in. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and Evolve. This right here is proof that you do not need Evolve. Evolve is a fucking waste of time. The ID system is a fucking waste of time. Most people would say NXT is a waste of time. With the current roster they have, yes. If you bring in more PC people, it can actually serve a purpose. But you don't need Evolve. You don't need ID. You don't need LFG. You don't need any of this other. You don't even need AAA. You don't need all this fucking international brand bullshit. Just focus on America. Really build up the best American brand you can. Because I tell you, not one of those people that you get from the indies or from international right now are going to be big time stars. Not a single fucking one.
Well, like I'm looking at because I've seen a few episodes of Evolve and like I haven't been impressed. So, like I'm looking at the roster right now. There's nobody here that's going to be the next big thing. Like it's.
You want to know how bad Evolve is? It's like
okay.
It's like if you take NXT, put it in a fucking hokier, darky, more depressing arena, like almost like an early NWA Power Arena with no fans, and then you have nothing but matches in like one segment. It's the worst episode of NXT you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, it's just fucking lame. It's just fucking lame. It's true. Yeah, I'm looking right now at the roster. There's really no like other than Nikita Lyons and maybe.
I thought Nikita was on NXT. Like, wasn't she just on a sketch not too long ago, or was she just going back and forth?
Well, she's going back and forth, but she's mainly on Evolve now, which is ridiculous.
Stupid.
That's stupid. You don't book like that.
Nope. All right, Harley and Will are going for a double team. Wheelbarrow splash onto Sky, and a kick out. Come on. Truth was saying, what? You don't enjoy a 65-hour wrestling match with no selling and actually broken necks and botch? You're not a real wrestling fan. Well, that's the problem, is that so many of these fans, they claim to care about real wrestling and the wrestlers and all this other shit, claim to be real fans, and we're not real wrestling fans, all this other bullshit, when they're the ones that advocate for them to have the most reckless breakneck style and not even wrestle properly. That's the thing, too, is even if they wrestle like that, where it's breakneck, they still don't make it look like a real fight. I would say that any Bret Hart, Kurt Hennig, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, William Regal match from back in the day looks more stiff and looks like more of a fight than any of these fucking strong-style Japanese dickheads nowadays.
It's true. It looks way better. Like what they did back then is actually put the effort in. Now, because like they're trying, a lot of wrestlers now they try to do it, but they just don't put the effort in, so it doesn't look as good.
Why don't they study that? Like that's what I would be doing. Like especially like because I know Punk's a big Bret Hart fan. He studies a lot of shit. Back here's a big Bret Hart fan. Go back to these wrestlers that know what the fuck they're doing, whether it be a Bret Hart, a Ric Flair, a Kurt Hennig, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, William Regal, any of like the real legitimate guys that could beat the fuck out of other pro wrestlers. Look at what they did and how they made it look real, and just applicate it to your style. You don't have to fit in with all these kids and do all this breakneck, fake ass fucking Fortnite bullshit. Fight like make it look like a fight.
Yeah, make it look good. I mean, come on. But if you're gonna do it, like don't do it half-assed. Put the effort in.
True. All right, so all right, Megan. Ooh, Megan just shoved Sky in the face. Sky tried to shove Megan. Megan's like, bitch, shoved her right through the rope on her face. You know, see, this is what we tell people. Megan Bain is legitimately the strongest woman on the roster they got right now. You do not want to fuck with Megan Bain.
No, you don't. Well, and it's like she doesn't look all like fucking roided up like Jazzy Gabbard did. No, she looks good. She's attractive and strong and big and looks like a star. Like Megan Bain, like for WWE not to sign Megan Bain, what a ball drop. Like how do you not sign her?
It was probably one of those things where Tony beat them to the punch. He's done that a couple times, and that's probably what happened. I know he did that with Becky in the beginning, but no, it's probably just a beat to the punch type of thing. I'm sure they wanted her at one time, but probably lowball the fuck out of her. Megan's like, you know, fuck you. I got this handshake agreement with Tony for probably like what $250K a year, and I can do indies. I'll keep on doing that.
Well, the thing about it too is like, okay, so you have a run in AEW, you can do it. What fucking Blake Monroe did, where she, got over in AEW, won the title, and then goes over because like Triple H loves to stick to AEW, so he'll take a lot of those former AEW talents.
Which is why I'm saying if Anna Jay becomes a free agent, that may be one that he won't lowball on just to stick it to Tony. Because if he takes Anna, that's good. Don't get me wrong, they have a very strong women's division, but that's definitely going to hurt the women's division just because I feel that Anna is one of their up and comers. I feel like she could definitely be world title material within like a year or two.
The issue that I've got with Anna Jay, and I think it's a reasonable one, is the promos. I think her promos are weak. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Give her a year or two to really get more seasoning and to work on her promos more. Maybe even working with Tay may help her out because Tay's not terrible for speaking Brazilian or was it Portuguese? She's not bad. So maybe she gets better over time just being in a tag team. Sometimes that happens with wrestlers. I don't know. I just feel like she's got the look, she's got the wrestling ability. She's young, doesn't have a big injury history. She's marketable. You really need to do all you can, especially with these young talents. And right now, like we said, AEW has the lion's share of young women that are in their prime that are fairly safe from what I can see and are not injury prone.
Yeah, I mean, Tony has a surprisingly under the radar good roster for the women, and there's some really good there's some good male talent that you can really build around.
She sounds like Dr. Girlfriend. Oh, you think that Anna Jay sounds like Dr. Girlfriend, do you? I don't know about that, but I'll have to pay attention to that next time. Tony said, "Is Monroe a sucker or neutral?" You know what? We were being super fucking hard on Blake Monroe. She's a good wrestler. I think she's for an NXT wrestler. She's legitimately very good. There's a lot of upside. I think. And the big thing I want to see her is just change that character. Get rid of the Sabrina Carpenter character and be something more on your own. I just don't. I see somebody who's young and talented but with no real originality or no real original character. I just want something that's going to make her stand out on her own, and not be a copycat clone. Not another blonde who thinks she's hot. Dressed in lingerie wrestling gear.
I mean, she's got Tiffany Stratton's gimmick. What's the difference between those two gimmicks?
Not much, and Tiffany does it better. That would be the thing that I would say. Don't get me wrong, Blake is a very good wrestler. She just needs a solid gimmick change and just a good direction. Maybe even getting a manager would help her. I think she plays a good heel. I think that they should really just keep on working on it. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I wouldn't even say neutral. I would maybe even give her an Austin nowadays. Who knows?
Wow, cool. Yeah, because she's a good talent. He's not in a good system right now in NXT or WWE. That's going to be the problem.
True. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's no Toni Storm, but who is? No.
None.
Yeah.
Toni Storm right now is probably, and I'm going to include the men in this, she's probably the most entertaining wrestler in WWE or AEW. And that includes LA Knight, because I feel like with LA Knight, it's not edgy, it's not really creative, he's not really adding anything new to the mix. Whereas Toni Storm, she's adding a lot new to the mix, And she's getting better.
Don't get me wrong, it's almost like what she did is she took the two vaudevillains, smashed them together, and just made herself into a better female version of them.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, because at the very least, she stands out.
No, don't get, it's nothing's original in pro wrestling, but at the very least, it's kind of a forgotten gimmick, and she does it better than the original guy, so I'll give her that.
Well, I would just ask people, who's more entertaining than Toni Storm? Just give me names. Right now in the wrestling today, who's more entertaining?
The only one I can really think gives her a run for money is Harley Cameron.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Just being honest, I mean.
It's true, though.
People
put Becky Lynch on the fucking list? Nah.
We're big on acting talent, promos, and just your ability to get over with the crowd. And that's something that Tony and Harley do very well. And even Megan, I think Megan does a great job. Did you see? Dude, look at the fucking. She just took.
Jesus.
She took Sky Blue and fucking, was it Julie Hart? Double German suplex, both of them at the same time. Granted, both bitches are 90 pounds, but still, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. And she did a good job doing it. But with the whole talent thing, it's who out there really is just captivating and entertaining in wrestling now?
Good point, man. Not too right now, I think the AEW women's division, the women who are seeing this match right now are really the reason to watch AEW. Because I wouldn't watch it for John Moxley, I wouldn't watch it for Kenny or fucking anybody else. But at least with the women, I'm seeing entertainment. I'm seeing the best at their game, really. You're seeing the best of the women's division in any company. This is the cream of the crop right here.
Who cares about those overrated bitches? WWE has de-escalated the Yeet movement, guys.
You fucking weirdos. They're young. Did Tony pin Harley? Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, so Tony's team won.
Good.
Okay, I don't mind. They're very talented. So Mina, Shirakawa, and Tony Storm move forward. I guess to the finals. Very much looking forward to this. Good stuff. Not mad that Harley lost. So yeah, Megan looks pissed though.
So we're going to be getting a Taipei deathmatch, huh?
Cool. I hope so. That'd be fucking sick.
So for the people out there who don't know what a Taipei deathmatch is, that's what happens when the wrestlers take they tape their fists and their wrists sticky side out and they just roll glass on it and then
they dip it in glue first. Yeah, you dip it in the thick glue first and then you dip it in broken beer bottles. It's roll it around and shit and then you punch each other and do other stuff.
Be brutal, man. I mean, hey, I'm down to see it. And that's the thing. I know people get kind of queasy. They don't want to see women having these hardcore matches. I look at you know what? It's entertaining. Don't be a pussy. Come on. These chicks can take it. They're tough.
I'm at the point where, you know what, if you don't like death matches, good, fuck off. I love death matches. I love hardcore wrestling. It takes me back to ECW, to the Attitude Era, when there was actually good wrestling. It takes me back to a day when there wasn't PG wrestling everywhere you fucking look, and it's all fucking indie work rate bullshit. Let there be blood. Let there be weapons. Let it look as much like a real fight as you possibly can. If I can't get good work punches and kicks, at the very least, give me some chair shots, some kendo sticks, some barbed wire. Something that looks something like a fight.
Yeah, something, but... Yeah, man, and it's I don't feel like we're asking for too much. And again, we would get these hardcore matches all the time back in the Attitude Era. If you guys want to praise the Attitude Era, I'm speaking in general. When I say you guys, just anybody who praises the Attitude Era, it's you had hardcore matches back then. You had bloody matches back then. It was just what you would see back then. It's not
look at Mick Foley, one of the guys who has the most watch time alongside The Rock with the This Is Your Life segment. Mick Foley was not only one of the best actors that WWE ever had, but he was also a cornerstone of hardcore wrestling. He brought hardcore wrestling in a lot of ways to WWE. Sure, there were guys from ECW doing little spots here and there. Nah, he's the one that started bringing in the barbed wire, the chairs, the fucking tables to every match. With Cactus Jack in WWE, we saw hardcore in the mainstream like we had never seen before.
Oh yeah, no, Cactus Jack, he brought it, man. He brought it back in the Attitude Era. And even the match that he had, when he fucking, fell off a cage.
Really, dude, that match with Undertaker, I think that earned him so much respect. And Terry Funk, another one as well. To see these guys bring in hardcore to the mainstream, it's something we had never seen in WWE, ever. It was a pioneer movement, seeing that stuff in the late 90s, the blood and guts. Because, yeah, you had bloody matches before, you had cage matches with blood and shit, and you had hardcore matches, of course, but nothing to the magnitude of true guys who understood deathmatch wrestling, like Funk and Foley.
Yeah, well, and these are not just garbage deathmatch wrestlers. No, these are quality, world-class professional wrestlers that we're talking about. Terry Funk and Mick Foley, they're respected, and they should be.
And that's what really drives me nuts about Jim Cornette is you grew up with guys like this. You saw them come up. You probably coached them a lot of the times, and you know in the back of your head that it takes true talent to go out there and make a deathmatch look good and be safe. He knows that, and yet still he just shits on this shit. Wasn't a lot of matches in Mid-South hardcore? Didn't they have some controversial promos with fucking New Jack where they said this is not the opinions of Mid-South wrestling? So he wasn't booking a fucking PG show either. If anything, he should understand that you have to have that controversy. And a hardcore match, especially his favorite bull rope matches, that brings the controversy.
It does. It does. But it's all a shtick. It's a gimmick with Jim Cornette at this point.
Work rate, yeah, to get the work rate company, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, NC, I'll be right back.
No worries, man. Julie in the house. What is up, Julie?
Hey, how's it going?
She's joining us here for this awful tag team match with Brodito. I guess they're fighting for the tag team titles. I still can't believe these guys are tag team champions. All you do is you complain about ice and he rewards you with titles. Gotta love it.
That last match was pretty good from what I caught.
That match was probably the best match that you're going to see of the night right now. So we got Brodito up against FTR tag team match. What's up, Andrew?
Great. I came right in at the wrong time.
Hey, at least you caught some of the women's match. That's what matters. You caught some of the good one. So yeah, we got Brodito versus FTR, which is definitely going to be a slog if there ever was one.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you guys. Truth, I have not watched any of the Patriots games this year.
Yeah, she's
I
been tuned
haven't
out.
watched them. I've been so busy with other things, trying to get things going for the new year with new things. So I haven't had time for football much. Just fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, at least fantasy's still fun, so you got something out of it. So
It's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now the King of the Ring. People that haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. King of the Ring 1998. That's where Mankind got thrown off and through the Hell in a Cell. It was crazy. In that match, he got thrown 15 feet off of a cage, barely landed through the table at ringside, and smashed right into the concrete guardrail. So all that just trauma on his neck and back. And then when he got put through the top of the cell, landed on the mat, his tooth went right through his lip.
Ouch.
Yeah. So that little piece of white that you're seeing sticking out of his lip, that was his tooth. Soldier. Thank you, Mick. You know, Mick, we may not agree with your political mindset, but thank you for all your contributions to pro wrestling. Just want to let you know. He's a legend. We saw it live, man, and we freaked the fuck out. We freaked, like, everybody in the house was freaking the fuck out of that shit. It was... You can't describe the adrenaline rush. Not only just watching on TV, but back in the late 90s in person. Just the adrenaline rush. I can see why wrestlers from that time period still want to get back in the ring, why they chase it. Because they've done all the drugs in the world. Nothing compares to getting your name chanted by 20,000, 25,000 fans. And that just that raw energy. So, now that's it. We were talking about King of the Ring 1998, Mankind versus Undertaker, the Hell in a Cell. And just how we freaked the fuck out in the house when we saw it.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that was awesome. That was
God
awesome.
bless you, Lord. Thank you.
Yes. Clark Roman said, my favorite Kurt Angle matches is one with Shawn at WrestleMania 21. Kurt Brett may have never happened, but Kurt Shawn did, and the WrestleMania match is a masterpiece. And that's something that you can always count on, is you'll be hard-pressed to find a bad Kurt Angle match or a bad Shawn Michaels match from around that time, because they can work with anybody. What's up,
That was the match I'm thinking of that I actually enjoyed too, from the WrestleMania 21. That's when about the time I started watching.
Kurt can work with anybody and everybody. He was just that good.
Shawn Michaels, I mean, people give him a lot of crap for the way he books and what he does with his life, but he can wrestle. I will give him that.
He could wrestle before the back injuries,
Everybody
yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, it's the Heartbreak Kid. And then, like, I was like, who's the Heartbreak Kid? And then I learned, and then my sister thought it would be funny to get you a Shawn Michaels book one year for Christmas, the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels or whatever it's called.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened to that book. I lost it, but I did read it. And it was a good read.
I'm just so glad that I still had that DVD in the closet. What is it, the best 20 years, the first 20 years of WrestleMania?
I think so. I packed them all up the other day.
Oh shit, so it might be in a crate. Damn it.
No, it's not a crate.
Oh.
I'm doing a lot of reorganizing
Okay.
this year. I'm trying to do things to take you and I into a smooth
New era.
2026. So I'm reorganizing everything, redoing everything, cleaning everything, deep cleaning, and I got organizers for all of our movies because we have so many.
Fuck yeah. Nah, that's the thing too. It's like just go back and watch these matches because if you want to see true excellence in the ring, that's where it's at. Don't watch these imposters. Watch the real shit.
Yeah, watch the good stuff.
Yeah. JT was saying Taker versus Batista WrestleMania 23 is what made me a fan in 07. Well, and that's when really you were seeing the tail end of the best was in 07. A lot of fans, became wrestling fans in 07 and 08. You know, they loved Jeff Hardy's reign, loved the reigns of Batista, Taker. What's up?
I'm not gonna lie, John Cena's the one that sucked me into wrestling.
John Cena.
He's the one that sucked me in because I was like, oh my gosh, he looks good. And everybody's like, he is. Now go watch him fight. And then I watched him fight, and then I was hooked. Hook, line, sinker, done. And I've been a John Cena fan ever since. And I mean, my dog even is.
Start singing the song you've heard on the streams before. Yeah. So it's just like that's the thing too. Is like we took for granted a lot of what we had back in the day. We really did. Because I honestly, JT, I tuned out of pro wrestling for a little bit around that time. I just started really getting into MMA, and going back, it's like okay, I can understand why I was getting into MMA because that was the golden years. I mean, you had all the great fighters around then, but there was some great times of pro wrestling. So definitely a good time to be a pro wrestling fan around then.
Yes, absolutely.
No doubt, man, no doubt.
For sure. JT said, though Prime Swordsman is my main current gimmick, would JT's Angels, Julia, Kiana James, and Lady Reed be a fine side filler gimmick for me, yo? I don't think it would, JT, and the reason being is I'm trying to get you to want to do less voiceovers for women because we're dudes. We do what we do. If you want to do women, we can do women, but we're better with dude voices. So
I can do women voices.
I know, but you're not always here, especially like you always tune out around impression time. So it's like no, it's like
That's usually when I go because I know that's what you guys do.
yeah. So it's just one of those things where it would be very hard, and not only that, but it's kind of simpy, Just being honest with you, man. I'm not trying to be cruel. Just being honest.
No, man, JT, we love you, man. It's
We love you.
just it's about like our comfort, like what we're able to do. Like because it can be kind of hard to do those female voices, but we can make it funny, we can do it, but it can strain from time to time,
I'd rather you do the dudes, man. The dudes are a lot more
Yeah.
fun to do, and we can really goof on them, and we don't have to like sexualize them and take them seriously. And I hate that shit. I just like goofing on fucking everybody when we're doing impressions,
Oh yeah, have fun with it,
Yeah. All right, so we got that FDR in the ring, nailing shitty punches that aren't even landing on Bandito's fucking bandana on his chin, not even his face.
What's he supposed to be?
What's that?
What's he supposed to be?
He's, I guess, supposed to be a luchador bandit. I don't know if he still dudes jockstraps or what. I don't know what's going on back there. Yeah, Clark Herman said, I would prefer to be proud of living through wrestling in the 90s and 2000s and not always trash the WWE and AEW. I will always be proud to live through the WWF, WWE from the mid-90s to 2008 and WCW. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is we don't like trashing WWE and AEW. We're just trying to come at it from a perspective of lifelong fans that know what works. We've been through what works. And just replicate that on TV. Stop replicating shit that doesn't work. That's what we're trying to say. Is like, especially with Triple H, he's been there through the Attitude Era. He's been there through Ruthless Aggression. He should know better than anybody else what works and what doesn't. And still, he's doing shit that doesn't work just to please his ego.
Well,
That's why we're critical. Even with Tony, we want AEW to be a viable competitor. That's why we're so critical. It doesn't come out of a bad spot. It comes out, and people say y'all too negative. Well, the problem is y'all too positive.
Well, I mean,
Not you, Clark. You're good. I'm just saying in general, people are way too positive about shitty wrestling. Help them out.
I think
no,
it's
we just need to be realistic about it. That's what we need to be. And look, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. It's like we've done this 20-minute, flippy flop, boring fucking match bullshit that all these marks wanted. We've implemented it in SmackDown and Raw, and what are the numbers showing?
It's right there. It's right there. It's not going up. It just keeps on going down or bouncing back and forth. And like, usually it only bounces back and forth if they bring in stars or bring in some big title match, and then it goes right back to shit numbers with fucking Isla Dragunov Open Challenge on SmackDown. That's what they do. All right. FDR is nailing away the shitty punches on Bandito. They're soaking in the fan hate. There's some rip-off Darby Allin fan waving at the TV. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's you on TV, buddy. That's me, guys.
Oh my god, this match fucking sucks. I'm so bored. You
Dude,
know what it is? You know what it is? You know why it's
FTR.
boring?
It's FTR.
It's FTR, but
Yeah.
but in addition to that, Can you name anything new that you've seen in this match? Anything new or creative?
It's just two really boring tag teams that people jack off to and take way too seriously, that don't do anything entertaining or gimmick-like. Like, literally, they're like, I'm a serious wrestler and I do serious wrestling moves. And none of them are original. They're just the same shit you'll see in every fucking early 90s fucking work rate wrestling match. It's nothing new. Even a sidewalk slam from Brody King. Oh, and he does a shitty Manhattan drop. Oh, and then he does a shitty fucking senton drop. Like, nothing new. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Nothing new. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, there's nothing new, and it's all safe, and there's no real risks being taken. Nothing is creative. It's just a fucking random bland match where these two boring tag teams are doing the same moves that you've seen done a million times before. There's really no reason for this match to be happening other than the Marks want to have their fucking work rate classic. And by the Marks, I'm talking about the wrestlers in the ring.
Right. No, exactly, man. I hear you. Catman said that's why guys like you two and Russo get hate from the IWC because you three are vocal about what's wrong with business and they don't like the truth. Well, that's fine. It's like the more I look at it, the more that we get hated by the dumb fucks means the more that we're right, the more that we're actually getting them to think. Because that's the thing is, if they didn't care, they wouldn't say anything. But you always see these fucking idiots on YouTube comments, on X comments, really trying to get your go because you're hitting them in the spot that counts. You're making them think. They don't want to think. They just want to praise shitty wrestling. We're at the point where we're like, yeah, here we are. We're have this label being AEW haters, yet here we are enjoying the show, or at least trying to. We're trying to give it a shot.
We popularized the term gay EW.
Now, it's something that a lot of the fans look at as childish and whatever nowadays. I don't give a fuck.
But what I meant by that, just real quick, what I meant by that is we popularized the term gay EW, and even we can admit, there are some things in AEW that are entertaining. There are some things that are good. There are a lot of things that need work. Like we can be honest and admit that AEW needs a lot of work.
Oh no, and even like getting away from the gay AEW mantra, it just
Yeah.
It's like whatever, we're growing up. That's the best thing I can say about this channel is we're growing up. Clark Herman said the first time I knew of ECW was in 1999 when they were on TNN. In Western Canada, ECW wasn't as known in Eastern Canada, it was more known. Oh, no, that's the thing too, is like, that was when they were really trying to get a big spot on cable. Like TNN was huge back in the day because that was the precursor to Spike. So, yeah, to be on the same channel that, what was it, WWE, I can't remember, I want to say Velocity or something was on TNN. Was it SmackDown?
I thought it was TNT.
No, TNN. TNN was the precursor to Spike. So, yeah, no, TNN had TNA, of course. But no, ECW was bouncing around these cable channels and had a hard time finding a home, but that was the closest to a home that it had.
Same Raw.
True. Oh, yeah, no, that's what it was, Raw on TNN, you're right. Now, TNN was just that spot for fringe wrestling, during the late 90s.
No, it was, man. Hey, I'll be right back.
No worries. So JT said, for possible, I do band, aside from writing, playing original music, I want to cover bands such as James Brown, Herbie Hancock, Aerosmith, Van Halen, Iron Maiden, Worm, SWA, and Infected Screws. That's a lot of different bands.
That's a lot of covering.
That's a lot of mixing, dude. You're going to sound like fucking like Mr. Bungle. Hey, Mr. Bungle's dope, so that's a good thing. So, best of luck for you, JT. I hope you find, the biggest thing that you're going to have a hard time finding, especially if you're going for experimental, is you got to find a good experimental vocalist. Somebody that can really do all the styles that, like a Mike Patton can do.
Hit ranges and stuff, you need the range.
I would, if you're into that type of style, they're from Bay Area, I would check out Nuclear Rabbit. I think you would like them, especially their earlier Scott type shit, but, damn it, another 2K. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what you make out of that, man. Sounds like an interesting mix. So, Lord Wilded said, one of these marks hated my channel on X just because I said Gunther's personification of mediocrity by excellence. That's what you're going to have, Lord Wilded. You're always going to have these dickheads that are following like 683 people and they're followed by 12 people. That right there tells you that they have absolutely garbage shit troll opinions and shouldn't even be replied to. Don't waste your time.
Yep.
So, that's just what you will, and that's what it is they're so fucking negative that nobody gives a shit about their opinions that they will go and troll you. That's what they do. What's up?
That's why I haven't been on social media in a long time.
You get hounded by these fucking retards, man.
Normally, I used to love getting on social media to hang out with everybody and socialize with everybody. Now I can't even stand being on social media because of all the negativity. And
I can't even promote a fucking show without dickheads going in the comments and fucking trolling. It's like, that's all I do. If people wonder why I'm not on X much, I just use it for promotion. Because every time I go on, I get hounded by some fucking weird dickhead over some stupid shit.
And see, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, man?
Okay, one of the things that I would do on X is I would put it in reply only mode, or like only like the people that follow you can reply.
I thought about doing. I like leaving it open just to yeah. No, I think you got a good point on that. I see a lot of people doing that, but yeah. If it keeps on, because that's the thing. Is it just really kicked up within the last week for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. People pissed off that we're not doing WFB on the down low. I don't know what it is, but it kicked up in like the last week. Like, oh, you fucking assholes aren't making fun of nerds anymore. I look at it like this. Too many people are giving them attention. I'm so sick and tired of people with stupid opinions with brain rot getting too much attention. The smart people should be getting more attention.
Yeah, like why do they deserve a platform? Fuck them.
Exactly. JT said my wrestling Mount Rushmore is Hogan, Rock, Stone Cold, and Undertaker. That's a very good Mount Rushmore there, JT. I think that really is the cream of the crop. Who would you put, like, if you had to switch out any of those in there? What would you do for that Mount Rushmore?
The only one that I would switch out is Undertaker. You know who I put in his place?
Who?
Yeah.
That's not a bad choice. That's really not a bad choice. Just because I grew up with him, man, and he meant a lot to me, I would have to put Edge somewhere on there. Probably, I would have to take out Undertaker and replace him with Edge.
Okay, all right.
What's up, Julie?
I would take out Stone Cold and put Jeff Hardy.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Stone Cold, not on the Mount Rushmore. Damn. I know Stone Cold.
McLovin said, do you notice how CM Punk became what he hated? He now called Cena the GOAT when years ago he called Cena sloppy. And trust me, if we don't get dinged for it, I would love to show you guys the yak challenge that he had for Bar Sports. I haven't seen something that uncoordinated since I saw a baby deer go out into a frozen lake. Been a long time.
Poor dear.
Poor dear. Not a coordinated guy.
This is how awesome this match is. We got Brody King and Fat FDR having a tug of war with the title.
This fucking match is so boring. This is the worst match by far. Nothing interesting has happened. Nothing creative has happened. Nothing new has happened.
Bro, okay. Bandito got hit in the head with a fucking title and he kicked out it too.
Maybe he has something protecting his head.
It's a fucking cloth mask. Sell the fucking shit. If you get hit in the head with a title, that should end the match. You're getting hit in the head with 10 pounds of
He
gold.
probably has a dildo in there protecting his head.
He's probably got it in his mouth. I don't know.
Leave him alone. Leave that poor man alone.
And then another where the sun don't shine. Just in case, for backup.
Hey, he's covered. He's fully covered. Poor Stokely Hathaway getting attacked for no reason on the outside by this fucking tattooed baby face, Brody King. Okay, and now there's shitty fucking 3D moves enough to get. Oh no, it's not.
And a 2 count. This is, and I know Triple H is probably on his 5th load right now, just probably almost on another Kleenex box. But
Tony, keep it going.
This is something that you would see at TakeOver. And Triple H would just be in the back looking like fucking like fucking Randy. He would look like Randy after he found the computer room.
Spooky Ghost is here. Yeah, that's ectoplasm. It's not what you think it is. Trust me. It's not. I swear.
You got Chris
That's
Park.
just so fucking hot.
You got Chris Park in the back. Ah, I'm covered with cum and I'm not going to finish this. What do I do?
Oh man, yeah. This match, it's still going on.
Nope, it's not enough. Okay, they did a Doomsday device and Bandito reversed
Kick out.
the splash, and of course they kicked out. That's not enough to. A fucking botched Doomsday device is not enough to finish the match. Brody King has Bald FTR with a choke on the outside, a really shitty choke, and Bald's trying to sell it. All right, Fat FTR.
You know the fucking single-digit IQ marks out there be like,
What? You don't think this match was a banger?
No, I hate kickouts, asshole. You love them because it elongates a shitty fucking match for you. I consider it bad psychology.
hey, have you noticed that the logos are getting simpler and as the people are getting dumber?
Well, I mean, shit, yeah. That's why that's why AI is taking everybody's job. What can I say?
It took my job. Good.
What can I say? Clark said, the only issue of WWE Magazine I ever bought was in 2009 where it commemorated WrestleMania 1 to 24. I still own it and I will keep it as a collector's item. That's fucking cool, man.
That's cool.
That's a very good issue to own, man. I would sew that up. If you can get it graded, I would get that shit graded, man. That's some money right there. Damn, good collection. So do you guys think that VKM would work with Cena and Rock when they are not involved? In the fucking match! Ugh. Do you guys think that VKM would work with Cena and Rock when they are not involved with WWE? I mean, Cena was the only one sitting at VKM table for his birthday, and Noseman wasn't seated with him. I could see him working with Cena. And maybe even like in a creative aspect, but I can see him working with Cena. Did FTR finally win the match? The fans are fucking freaking out. What's going on here?
Nope, the banger is still going on. They haven't blown their load
They're
yet.
getting ready to do they're getting ready to do the blowjob move or whatever it's called.
Please. I feel that I could. Yeah, you can, JT. A lot of people can. A lot of the fans out there can cut better promos than these wrestlers because they don't take any. They don't take promos seriously. How shitty, and I bet you that's gonna end the match. That shitty finish is good. Yep.
There it is.
The shitty fucking terrible botched lung blower
They didn't even connect.
that didn't connect is the one that ended the match.
Tuesday, you can't enter now. I haven't come yet. Come on, yeah, more bangers.
You mongoloids! Why didn't the match end when the gold title struck fucking Bandito in the head? It's 10 pounds of gold upside his fucking head.
Because they couldn't let the banger end there. No. They had to keep dragging it out even further.
The fuck?
I know.
And what is FTR gonna get from having their 16th AEW World Tag Team title reign? What was like? That's the thing with FTR. Why I could understand why eventually they had to be released. They've been given everything. What the fuck else are you gonna do with them? They're just boring tag team that clogs up the division. 11-time tag team champions.
Aren't those the
in AEW?
daddies?
Jesus.
11 times. What is this? 12? I think it was 12.
Aren't
Jesus.
those the finger me daddy guys or scissor me daddy guys?
No, that's the Acclaimed.
No, they're somehow less gay than the fucking FTR.
So, are they having Bobby fight Shelton in the Full Gear Casino? What the fuck is going on here?
I think so.
Why?
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to see that. They're teammates. I don't want to see that shit. Come on, Tony.
Yeah. No. I hear you on that because, like, and again, like, you want to see them like stay together, like they're this dominant faction.
Yeah, I don't want to see riffs already. I mean, I don't want to see some friendship and betrayal shit. That's the one thing too. Is like you're doing a great job with Hurt Syndicate. Keep on using them. Keep on building them up. That's for all the people that love the Hurt business over in WWE. If they were still around when Triple H was around, he would have dissolved them like fucking like a sugar cube in water.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they wouldn't have been. They would not have been on the main roster within. Yeah, they would have been dissolved and gone, and they all would have been like fired, and they'd all be in AEW right now anyway. So you know,
it was fate.
it was fate. AEW is their fate. What can I tell you?
At least they're getting paid well and used well. That's all I can really hope for. I would hope that Bobby gets a world title win, but I think that's going to happen next year, early next year.
Sure. I just got to mute my mic real quick.
Catman said this may be a neutral take, but the older I get, I don't enjoy long matches, especially when they happen a lot. Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact, too, Catman, is that you know that a good match, a good long match back in the day is completely different than watching a good long match nowadays. Like, for example, you can go back and watch Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels Iron Man match. And yes, it's a slower paced match because they're going a full hour. It's still way more entertaining than any of these fucking marathon matches you watch nowadays. You can go watch Seth Rollins' hour-long match that he did on Raw last year. Will not compare. That's the thing, is that these fans, I hate to even put it like this. CM Punk and Samoa Joe's Ring of Honor match where they went an hour and did nothing but headlocks is still more entertaining than any marathon matches these wrestlers do nowadays. Just because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's what it all comes down to.
And back then they would tell stories. They don't tell stories in the ring now. It's all just like random spot moves done over and over and over again. It's soulless, is what it is. The FTR, they're a soulless tag team.
Soulless with no originality, no creativity, nothing to really make them stand out from just being the most boring, best tag team in the world. Great. You guys are overpushed. You bring nothing to the fucking table. You clog up the division. You still ain't good at promos, or you still don't have a fucking character after all this time. They're basically, I hate to say this, they're just really shitty brainbuster ripoffs. Fuck you if you think that they're anything else. If it weren't for fucking Arn and Ole, they wouldn't be shit.
Hey, asshole, they're the greatest fucking tag team in the world. Why do you think I made Cum Farter a thing? Yeah.
Because you like, I'll leave it at that. What's up, Truly?
Yeah.
And that just reminded me about how much I liked his storyline with his mama.
Which one? Oh, Shelton?
Yeah, when his mama was on for the storyline.
People thought that was goofy. I thought it was entertaining because they were working something with him, you know, and they were getting something. I wish that they would have had Sami Zayn as the blackest man in Nebraska and that shit. Made that work out, but
was he in there at the time?
I want to say he worked in that angle, but they didn't have him as the blackest man in Nebraska, so definite ball drop on their end. Clark said people that say a lot of movies and shows now are too much like Marvel. It's not the first time that has happened. Since the 50s, lots of movies and shows have been inspired by EC Comics. Well, a lot of the reason why is because you go back and you look at classic comic book storytelling, DC Comics, Marvel, even like Dark Horse. You look at the storytelling that they have in there, and it's unparalleled. I can see why a lot of people go back to comic books and gain inspiration, especially from the golden era. Like back in the 80s and 90s, they had just incredible fucking comic books. Very lucky to own a Wolverine #1. But no, it was a time where storytelling was maximum. They didn't rely on all these full color 3D glossy panels that they have nowadays. And don't get me wrong, they had some very talented guys. I mean, we grew up with Todd McFarlane, you know, who's in my opinion one of the best of all time.
No, for sure. Yeah. All right, there's those comics are fucking awesome back in the day. They really were. Yeah.
Well, and you know, you're starting to see DC really make a comeback. You know what is one character I'd really like to see have his own franchise is Lobo. I think having this fucking intergalactic mercenary that rides around on a fucking intergalactic motorcycle and kills people, that's what DC needs, man.
You've got a cool name, Lobo.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Lobo is, I think, one of the most forgotten DC franchises right now. I would even say Martian Manhunter would be another one. They have a lot of good characters that they're just sitting on, especially if you played Injustice. They have a lot. Yeah, dude, they have a lot of, even Colton Grundy, you know, they have a lot of good characters that you could do something with.
Absolutely. Just real quick. Yeah. So what this is a casino gauntlet match.
Right. So the third person is coming to the ring. Bobby and Shelton were pretty much just playing rock, paper, scissors the whole time. They're not wrestling. Like, fuck that shit. Okay, so they got...
Paper, here. Oh, I got here.
Oh, look, you got the most boring motherfucker in the roster, Ricochet, and they got a lot of We want to see you get the fuck out of here. Cut his mic. Oh, the guy with cornrows and a white jacket. I don't know who the fuck he is. Oh, Ricochet's a butt slave.
Ref. Okay, throw the sign to have them give the sign to have them thrown out of there. They're not legal entrants in the match. What are you doing?
I did the ref is too busy paying attention to Ricochet beating up MVP with the soft side of the microphone and not the hard part. He's beating him up with the puffy part. That's a dude. Bro, dude, this is how easy it is. Remember back in the day, they used to take the butt of the microphone and stab it in people's heads? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, the clunk.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Those were the
voice is
days.
driving me
Yes. Project Maddox said, notice Vince had constant black eyes back then. Yeah. Getting it behind my left optical. Silicone implant. It's crystalline. Now it's made with neurocarbon. Yeah.
It's perfect. It's stupendous. Yeah. I like showing it off at all the parties. You know, look at my black eye. Look at it. Look at it. You wish you had this. You'll never have this.
Vince has paid a lot of dues. More dues than any other promoter in the history of pro wrestling. Even Tony, even Triple H. More than any other promoter. Nobody has ever or will ever pay as many dues as Vince McMahon has. Let's leave it at that.
No, Vince paid a lot of dues.
Yes.
So now he's finally getting the refs out there to break it up. Good God, man. What's his name? What's the ref's name? Bryce something?
Bryce Remberg, I think. Yeah, the little bald guy. Yeah, Bryce Remberg. Finally, he had to get like 8 other referees out there to finally get MVP to the back and get rid of all these wrestlers. Ricochet is doing some fucking breakdancing shit in the ring for no reason. Nobody cares. No pops.
I'm showing off my amazing dance moves.
So, MM Garza said 2-minute teardown of Jack Doherty. He's a piece of shit. He can't fight. He's a wannabe gangster that picks fights with people and runs behind his bodyguard. I know who he is, JC. Are you aware of who Jack Doherty is?
I don't remember. Let me look it up right now.
It's all good. So I'll go ahead and do a 2-minute teardown on Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty is a little douchebag who should not have a fan following. He's everything wrong with brain rot culture nowadays. He's just a little fucking cauliflower-headed weirdo that walks around, tries to act tough. He's like 5'6", tries to act tough, and has this like fucking giant 7-foot black bodyguard with him to go and fucking get in people's way. So if you haven't seen what this little asshole does, is he goes on the street, like on a crowded street, and he goes, nah, 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 with his arms stuck out like he's a fucking big tough guy. He's like this little skinny shit. So he goes, and he like shoulder butts much bigger guys. And then as soon as they get in his face, he's like, what you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like, little pussy. And he has such a big fan following. So apparently he's looking at jail time right now. I think he had controlled substances on him. I want to say he had some weed on him, some paraphernalia, other stuff in a state where it's not legal. So, he may be looking at some time. Who knows what? Who knows?
Well, you know, he'll have a big black security guard with him, but you know, he's gonna have to pay him if you know what I mean.
You know, well, he's going to be paying a lot of loads in the prison system. That's for damn sure. Especially a little white boy like him, man. He won't have his guard to be there for him. His ass is theirs.
You know what? You know, for the guy, you know, since he wants to be famous, 24/7 live cam in the prison cell.
God, put that shit on like Big Brother. Fuck it.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm looking at him right now. He's just some fucking, you know, fucking toe-faced little fucking prick. He doesn't look tough. He looks like a little bitch.
This is what can be a celebrity nowadays. Just go on the street, invade people's privacy, and be a fucking troll. And these people call themselves content creators. That's what the sad thing is. It's like they don't do with any of like the skill or nuance like somebody like Logan Paul did. It's just, right. I'm going to go out on the street, piss off other people, and if they got a problem with it, they're bitches. Fuck that shit. You go ahead and you disrupt anybody else's privacy like that, especially when they're out in public. Number one, they don't want a camera on them. Number two, you're fucking with them. They haven't made a deal with you. Like, you haven't signed a waiver. You're not going to give them any money either. So it's not like a hidden camera show or anything like that. So you're just fucking with somebody and hoping that they're going to be cool to fucking just be cool with that shit. No. I would hope that more people try to fuck his shit up or even fuck his bodyguard shit up.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is that you don't know. Like, people could be concealed. Like, if he does this in a state where you're allowed to conceal carry, and someone's got a gun on them, and they pull it out and shoot the security guard, and then go, like, who knows who you fuck with? You know, you could fuck with some mentally unstable person. You know, yeah, they'll kill you and go to prison for it, but dead men tell no tales, and you won't be alive to tell the fucking tale.
He's just, he's a little piece of garbage, and I've seen a lot of streamers get killed and get beat down nowadays, especially doing that same type of shit he's doing. It eventually comes back to all of them. If he's not going to get it on live stream, he'll get it in prison, I'd say.
Well, he's just some, little munchkin-faced little dork.
Yeah.
That thinks, I'm looking at this guy like...
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's what he does. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
If he didn't have a security guard, he'd be in a fucking body cat. He probably wouldn't even be alive right now, honestly.
He's one of those guys that I think, he's been protected for a while, and if he goes to prison, he won't be protected.
No.
He should really hope that he can find a way to bail himself out and get a good lawyer.
In a way, it's karma.
He deserves it. And that's the thing, too, is we've said bad things about people in the past, but we're not bad people overall.
No.
This guy is actually going and invading other people's privacy while they're out on the street just minding their own business. That, to me, is one of the most disgusting things you can do.
I mean, and then, picking fights with people and, starting bullshit. Come on, dude.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of garbage. He's honestly one of my least favorite content creators. At least with Hassan Piker, he's a piece of shit. But, from time to time, he'll say something that I guess is mildly intelligent. I guess it's the best compliment I can give him. And even quartering is boring as shit. But at least he says stuff that's, kind of intelligent, Yeah,
from time to time, there's at least some, merit there. There's some intelligence. I'm looking at this kid. This kid looks retarded. He you know what he looks like? He looks like some pampered little fucking douchebag that had rich parents bail him out of fucking everything.
Oh, absolutely. No, he definitely looks like a rich kid. And that's probably how he got started in what he did. I wouldn't be surprised if one of his parents were former government contractor. You'd be surprised. You look at a lot of these celebrities, they have people that are former government officials, current government officials. You see that, dude, there's a big tie-in with Hollywood and government, the more you look.
Well, and why is YouTube, why are they allowing channels like that, like his, to thrive, where he actually goes and hurts people,
I don't think he's thriving on YouTube. I think he's going through Rumble and Kick. And Rumble and Kick are a lot more, they're a lot more, lenient to styles like that. God, there's this one guy, Fauci, I think his name is, or Fauci, and he was doing some similar shit to that, what he was doing too, just having meltdowns on the street and getting on camera.
I mean, NC, we state our opinions here on our channel. We don't go after people.
Well, that's the thing too. Is we don't ever try to infiltrate anybody else's privacy or get in their personal space or troll them or fuck with them. If they get offended, that's on their own accord. If they go out of their way to block us, that's on their own accord. Because they went out of the way to watch our shit. We don't go out of the way to watch anybody's shit. No. I'm gonna admit it. Unless they're cool with us, unless we know who they are. Waleed's one of them. We put over Waleed. Darth Bolsey, we'll put over him. But, even Geo putting out content. If you're one of our guys, Casual Q putting out content, J-Rants, we're going to put you over, man. We're going to watch your shit. Otherwise, if you're just some fucking lame who's saying the same shit everybody else is, fuck off.
Totally, man. I totally. Yeah, it's we don't mean to harm anybody. We're just stating our opinion. If you get offended, hey, that's your deal. You don't have to watch our videos. We're just stating our opinion over here. We're not going after anybody. We're not going into anyone's comments. We're not doing that. We're just here on our channel stating our opinion.
Straight up, man. JT was saying, I like anime as Mazinger G, Devilman, Captain Harlock, Berserk, Yu-Gi-Oh, Card Game, Cowboy Bebop, Bleach, Black Lagoon, One Punch Man, Goblin Slayer, Rising of the Shield Hero, Vinland Saga, and Lazarus. I've seen probably 3 of those. I like Berserk from what I saw. I like Cowboy Bebop. Bleach is okay. It just depends on what you watch. One Punch Man is okay. Goblin Slayer is okay. I still have to watch Vinland, Mazinger, Devilman. So there's so anime's massive, dude. It's the type of hobby. If you're a newcomer, it's like you're stepping into the shallow part of the ocean. You haven't even gotten into where the wildlife is yet. You haven't gotten out into the deep marina trenches. It really is. Anime is like the ocean. That's the best fucking comparison I can give it.
I mean, we've been saying it for years about anime. It's it's so diverse. There really is an anime for everybody out there. Even the people say, I fucking hate anime. Anime's for fucking geeks and nerds. Oh, I kind of like that one anime. He's kind of cool. That one character.
Like, I would imagine that there's even an anime out there for fucking muscle-bound closet homos like Ryback, you know? Maybe he would find his perfect end and be like, oh, you know, this ain't too fucking bad. Actually, I'm getting kind of a hard cock. Oh, well. You know, it's like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's anime for everyone. Like, even me. I was, like, at a point where I was like, you know what? I don't know if I like anime. I don't know if it's really my thing. And then I went and checked out Netrunners, the Cyberpunk one on Netflix. And I was like, okay, it's bloody. It's got a good story to it. I like the voice acting. I think that's the thing is, like, I don't like Japanese dubs. I got to see it done with, you know, English actors. That's my thing. Maybe there's some good dub shit out there. I like Ninja Scroll back in the day, but for and Akira. But for me personally, I got to have a good English dub, you know, with them, you know, matching the words and shit. Not just this ramshackle Japanese. I enjoy your company. It's like, no, I don't want that.
No, you got to be able to understand it, and like it's like reading like you could read it, but it gets exhausting after a while. It's like at some point you just want to just like sit back and actually just enjoy what you're watching and not have to like read subtitles all the fucking time. You know what I mean?
Oh, especially like if you're trying to do other shit in the background. Like you and me will always be doing creative shit in the background on the computer, and you don't want to always have to like pay attention to what's going on the TV. You just like that's the thing too is with subtitles you have to pay attention to fucking everything. Like when we put on Family Guy, South Park, or whatever, just we'll be doing our shit and then then go back to doing our shit. You know, it's
because it allows you to be functional. You know what I mean?
right, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we got Daniel Garcia saying, "Come on," and Roderick Strong is coming out the ringside. This 3D printed fucking graffiti graphic that looks like shit. Oh, he's getting attacked by Eula Weeder, and Eula Wheeler is getting clotheslined by him, and Roderick's chopping away at Claudio with shitty punches and rolling elbows, trying to rip off AJ Styles with his fucking Tekken combo. Kevin Knight does a flip off the top rope, gets choked backbreakered by Roderick. Claudio throws him over. Oh.
I'm sorry. Anyone who says that these past two matches are entertaining, come on.
Paladin said it best.
There you go, man.
He said it best. It's just, it just moves. Just moves.
It's just moves I've seen a million times before. And there's like and there's no critique. Well, Tony loves it. Triple H loves it. Tommy Dreamer loves it. Billy Corgan to some degree loves it. Court Bauer loves it. They all fucking love it. Like, there's not one company out there run by somebody who doesn't love this match mark bullshit other than Violent J.
No, for sure, man. I hear you. There's some great singers back in the day, too, man. We grew up with some great singers. Whitney Houston, Tony Braxton,
Calling.
Blackstreet, Tony.
The Calling.
Yeah, exactly.
Would Mariah Carey fit in there?
Like Creed now, but
Mariah Carey would fit in there. Yeah, especially when she first started out. She was great. She had a great voice, man. You can't deny that.
Celine Dion.
Celine, I would consider her more pop than R&B. Boyz II Men. How could I forget Boyz II Men?
Oh, R&B.
Boyz II Men.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. So, no, it's like
Houston is the
Whitney's
nobody can compete with her.
unbelievably good. Like just
Nobody.
just so fucking good. Like, and that's the thing too is like people forgot how good she was when she got with Bobby. You know, that woman was she was rolling with the
That
top
woman
at the
can
time.
hit notes that nobody could ever hit nowadays.
Yeah, no,
No matter how hard you try.
yeah. Whitney was unbelievable, man.
Whitney was amazing.
What was that one, like, Save the Best for Last song? Who sang that? Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams was another decent one. Well, she's one that a lot of people forget about. But yeah, when you hear the Pocahontas theme song, you're like, oh shit, yeah, brings back memories.
Boyz II Men. Did you already get them?
Yeah, I got Boyz II Men.
Well, what's funny is, like, so many, like, Gen Zers, they go back and they watch her music video. I'm like, oh my god, she's so pretty. I'm like, yeah.
There's a reason why we say Cody Rhodes got lucky.
Right.
Oh, there was
He knew what he was marrying, air quotes.
Hey, if I'm gonna get any beard, I gotta make something look like Vanessa Williams.
For you, buddy.
She has to have the right look, guys. I don't know if she has the right look, but hey, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Is that why she hasn't been brought back yet? Because you really think about it. How perfect would it be? Like, especially if you were writing a storyline for Cody. get him going with the Nightmare faction. And have, like, Ricky Starks is like his bag boy / cabana boy. You have, like, Brady Rhodes as, like, the mouthpiece / beard. You got Pharaoh as his lover / run-in partner. You know, you got a stable there, man. And then once Dusty gets rid of his contract, you got another member, man. You got really the Nightmare family.
Cody's having a match with like Roman. Pharaoh does a run-in, bites Roman in the dick.
I would love it. Either that or like, you know, like back in the day when they would have like the helper dog in the cartoons, and he would like be like out in the middle of the fucking Alps, and he would come with like a first aid kit. That's like have a point where like he brings down like I don't know like a cup full of like magic water or something and gives it to Cody. He gets his second burst. Maybe that magic water is some sort of mysterious white liquid that he provided. Who knows? Who knows?
It's the magical liquid, guys.
He gets his second win off of dog jizz. What the hell? What the hell?
Oh god.
What the hell? I rewatched the Eddie Ray Mask versus title match this month. I think of it as WC's version of Savage Steamboat. That was another really good match, and a lot of people, they look past this WCW stuff from Eddie Ray. That was the best of the Cruiserweight division. Because don't get me wrong, Ray and Hoovy was really good. Ray and Psychosis was really good. Dean and Ray was really good. Nothing compares to Eddie and Ray. That was the primo right there. All right, we got Matt Maynard coming down to ringside. He's...
Who would John Cena want to be?
Why is he a big deal? Why is he
just
wearing Kevin Nash tights?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, it's like if, God, what's the fuck? It's like if Matt Jackson started doing steroids and had a bald spot and started wearing Kevin Nash pants. That's like...
No, that's a John Cena ripoff.
No, he's dressed like one of the Bucks, like, and he's kind of looks like Matt too, so it's weird. Does his moves too.
See, I would love it if Kevin Nash was the next entrant, came down, he's like, and it just kicks him in the fucking face, throws him over the ring, eliminates him, you know.
And that's literally all he does. After that, he just leaves over the top rope and eliminates himself and leaves. That'd be great.
Great. Oh man.
Well, and the great thing is, Catman, is I saw Ray and Dean in a house show match, and they go just as hard as they do on TV as they do in a dark match. They don't fucking care. Like, they're like, you know what, if we're going to main event the dark matches, we're going to fucking go out there, give a solid 10-minute match, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, no, they went all out, man. They for sure went all out back in the day.
Oh, we're having the ultimate showdown between Mark Davis, who has his panties up to his nipples, and Claudio, who's a legitimate powerhouse. Are you not excited?
No.
And here come Bobby and Shelton like, okay, you guys ain't gonna do shit.
Is this for like a number one contender for the world title thing, or what is this?
I assume. That's all you can really assume with these gauntlet matches, is that it's for some sort of contender spot. Or this might be the $1 million gauntlet. Or maybe that's a six-man tag. I don't know what's going on with Tony. We'll find out at the end. So Mick Lovett was saying on some old conspiracy shit, have you guys seen Jay-Z hoodie quoting Aleister Crowley? He's been wearing those types of hoodies for years. Oh, no, he's been showing it for a long time. For anybody who knows the symbols, he was showing it back in the day, even with Rockefeller Records. He let you know who he bowed down to. And even with doing the triangle all the time, people thought he got it from DDP because he's a wrestling fan. No. He's doing a little shout out to the pyramid. But no, he's been putting that shit in your face for the longest time. And why he's always doing pictorials with rabbis and shit. He's very ingrained. He's very popular. There's a reason why people were saying that he was Beyonce's handler for the longest time. Just saying.
Yeah, and he's like, when you study up on him, like you'll find out some things that they don't tell you about in the media. Like the media's been hiding from you for the longest time.
Nah, he's kind of he's a dirty dude, but then again, a lot of guys that rap are dirty nowadays. Sure. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a guy that doesn't have a couple skeletons in his closet, or he's not in the closet for that matter. Just saying. Especially with modern day rap, it's like when you really hear the stories about how many booty warriors are in rap, it's like it might be the gayest genre out right now. which sucks too because at one time it was the most masculine, and now I'm serious. Nothing wrong with it, you know. If you're gay, whatever. No, we don't hate on it. I'm just saying that the change it went from being pro masculine alpha to literal booty warrior music is incredible. It sucks, man.
It's wimpy now. It's just so wimpy and weak. It's
Right.
not like the hardcore gangster rap that we were getting in the 90s. Now it's all just it's pussified. If I like, for lack of better words, it's pussified compared to what it used to be.
Well, and it's just not only is it pussified, but it's lack of talent. I see so many just shitty mumble rappers that people love, and I'm like, stupid culture reigns supreme nowadays. Now more than ever, we put over people that are untalented and very fucking dumb. It sucks.
Well, it does, because like it's because you know that you could get a lot better. I mean, for fuck's sake, is Taylor Swift really that fucking talented? She's not.
No, of course not. And well, it's when you look into who she looks like and look into everything about her, I really feel that she's a Crowley on the down low. I don't feel like you get a push like that and get protected like that with being as minimal a talent as she is. I think that she's definitely an undercover Crowley.
Oh, no, for sure. So Ricochet won this.
What? Nobody
Lame.
wanted this. Not a single fucking person on the internet wanted Ricochet to win a title, especially when you have Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley in the same fucking match. Dude, with all the talent they had in this match, there's no fucking reason for Ricochet to win this.
Maybe
Yeah,
he's doing
this
it
is
so
this
Samantha
this
can
was
get
an
OnlyFans.
awful fucking match.
What was that?
I said maybe he's doing it so Samantha will get OnlyFans.
It's not gonna be enough. Nah.
Oh,
it's-
that's what this
Just let
was.
him like a
Okay,
month. Just let him have it for a month.
What was it?
it's for the new AEW national
Yeah.
title bullshit.
Yeah, but even then, it's like with the talent you had, I would have given it to Claudio.
Oh yeah, no,
You-
Claudio for sure. I think would have been the better way to go.
Either that or Bobby, you know, but it's just not. To have Bobby and Claudio and Shelton in this match and Ricochet wins it, what the fuck, man? Come on.
Totally.
Him as champion is going to do a awful job. They're going to put this fucker on Collision and have him, like, headline it, and he's going to, like, bring the ratings down to, like, fucking, like, 2. Not even 2,000, just 2.
2.
All right, we got RJ City backstage with Renee and some doughy guy putting over DraftKings.
I gotta
So-
say this no, God,
So can you bet on AEW matches on DraftKings?
that would be the dumbest shit ever. Like, why would you do that?
Because it's predictable. I mean,
Yeah,
Bet
true.
5 to
Yeah.
200.
no. That's the one thing. If you're going to bet on anything nowadays,
I think you have to do it inside a casino though.
yeah, because of that, everything I've seen, usually you do have to do DraftKings inside of a casino. But yeah, if you're in a state where it's legal, I would bet on wrestling, especially with how predictable it is. It's easy money.
Oh,
They don't
absolutely.
Tell anybody, so Triple H doesn't know that you know, and changes it up last minute.
There you
You can
go.
get rich off him.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Well, don't do a stream on it, because Triple H or Tony Khan will counterbook everything you say just to fucking
Right.
make sure you don't win money.
Or sit there and like totally call it backwards.
Yeah. I
And that-
totally think
yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly's going to win tonight. Yeah, nah. Kyle O'Reilly's got this. He's going to beat the shit out of John Moxley.
And then after each match, thank you.
What's that, JC?
No, I didn't say anything. No, you go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. Nobody wants to see Kyle O'Reilly against fucking John. Like this, in no universe whatsoever does anybody want to see these two fucking go at it.
No.
High Pot said his cats are Ricochet Mark.
What?
She is glued to the TV right now. Awesome.
Cats do like flips and kicks, though. That's for sure.
My cat will sit there and watch me play Fortnite, and then she'll just go up there and try to bat my TV down, and I have to yell at her.
They love their work right.
I love
That
them.
they do. You know, I'm surprised with how kind of goofy AEW can get at times. Is that Tony hasn't had like a DC crossover, like have Superman come out and do a run-in during a Kenny Omega match. Like, fuck it, why not?
Fucking, that'd be great. That'd be funny. Like, why not do that? Like, have a little bit of goofiness on the show.
And then
A
have
little
wrest-
bit. Like here, like yeah.
yeah, and have a wrestler behind the Superman gimmick or behind the Batman mask for that matter. Because Kenny says he's Batman. Have Kenny fucking be Batman then, and do a run, and he takes the bat mask off. It's Kenny Batmega, whatever. I don't know. There you go.
Kenny Batmega.
There you go.
Just
Yeah,
got the shit looked out of him by some chick
it'd be,
with
it'd
his
be
legs in
entertaining.
the
It'd be
back.
funny.
No, that's his
And he's
thing.
liking it.
That's his thing. That's why I always compared him to Bruce Willis, because apparently on the set of Die Hard 2, Bruce Willis said he had a hard time waking up in the morning, so he would go up to people and ask them to punch him in the face as hard as they could.
Oh,
So,
God.
I mean, that's probably why he has Parkinson's and all that shit nowadays, but I'm just saying,
It's
you
not
know.
Parkinson's, he has dementia. And
Well, that dementia, you know, similar, you know. Anyways, just saying. Just saying. Maybe getting punched in the face isn't the best idea every morning.
Nah, maybe there's a downside to having brain damage, you know?
Just saying, you know, the neurofibrillary tangles aren't the best thing.
No.
So yeah, that's John's whole thing is he likes getting slapped in the face by Marina. And then so what's weird is like she slaps John in the face but spits at her own husband. What type of fucked up relationship do they have?
Who knows? Maybe John's getting it on the down low. Who knows?
If I said it, rather sit in the corner while I go ahead and do my thing.
Okay, do what you gotta do.
Catman said, this is how you increase ratings for Collision. You make Ricochet and Ice Agent cutting pro-Ice promos versus Hangman Page, who's the SJW and anti-Ice. Cornette is the referee. That would be cool. See, my whole thing is, I love the fact that Hangman is the SJW. I just think Ricochet is so goddamn awful on the mic, he can't play an Ice Agent. I would love it if, you know what, if there was no deal going on with him, bring in JBL for that role. JBL versus Hangman Adam Page.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Like Ricochet, I think with him you make him a mime.
Yeah, that's just have him not talk at all. And even extend that onto Twitter, where it's part of the gimmick and he can't type. I think it's brilliant. So Kyle O'Reilly, I'm sorry. It looks like Kyle O'Reilly hasn't slept in about a week and then just used his fucking eye bags as speed bags in the back. It's like this poor guy.
Poor guy. So he's wailing on John Moxley now. John Moxley's no selling it.
I heard that tickles.
Well, they haven't kissed yet. Be grateful for that.
Give it time. It's AEW. They'll get around to it.
Eventually.
Is he one of them kissing wrestlers?
He's kissed Effie before. That was really gross. All these indie wrestlers love kissing each other. It's like, oh, I'm going to prove how hardcore I am. I don't want to see hardcore gay. I want to see hardcore wrestling. Come on.
Right. We're not asking for too much here. Just give us some badass matches. Don't give us some fucking bland ass flippy kick bullshit that this whole entire show's pretty much been, except for the one women's match.
Right, well, that's the thing, is that's the whole reason why we were even paying attention to this is the women's division, is that Tony actually cares about that. But other than that, a lot of these dude matches, you're going to see a lot of letdowns. I'm not excited about seeing Ricochet as the AEW National Champion. I don't give a fuck about FTR winning the tag team titles. Again, nobody fucking does. I don't want to see Kyle O'Reilly roll around with John Moxley and do fake MMA moves. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only good thing on the show was the women's match. Everything else, blah.
Yeah. Oh, John's begging him to hit him with fake strikes.
Come on, lady. What?
Well, Kyle O'Reilly's trying to do his best Shane McMahon MMA impression right now, and it's just not working out.
Nah. Now they're raking each other's faces.
What would you say would
slapping
be
each other.
the decent men's match? If you had to pick one decent men's match out of this, what would you pick?
Well, I haven't seen the entire show so far.
There's only like two more left, right? It's like this and like
I think
maybe a 6-man tag. I want to say, I don't know.
I think. Jesus. It's been that bad, hasn't it?
It's just been a slog, dude. Well, because the pacing, it did start out well because they had that really shitty tag team match that they were carrying over from the pre-show. And then we had to finish up with that. At least they picked it up with the women's match. But then after that, man, it has been slog city. And that's the thing. Is like if John can like bust open Kyle and start fucking him up, maybe shit will get good. But I see this being like basically a shitty jiu-jitsu competition for 15 minutes.
I mean, that's what it's been so far. Like, we're not being overly negative at all. We're just stating what it's been so far, you know? So it's just, yeah. So, okay, Marina's getting involved. She's going up to John. She's handing him something.
What is that?
Tampon?
Could be a tampon. Oh, it's a fork. He's got a
Close
fork.
enough.
He's gonna dig
So
in.
this is probably going to be the best men's match of the show.
More likely, especially if Hangman is in some 6-man tag, it's gonna suck.
Oh, God.
When Liv Morgan comes back, they'll probably turn her face and have her feud against Roxanne Perez. I don't mind it. I mean, because at least there's not a whole lot of options on the main roster for Liv to work with. Like, Roxanne is one that at least makes sense because of the Judgment Day angle. Rhea would be another one. Knowing them, they'll probably put her with Nikki Bella. If she's lucky. If she's lucky.
If she's lucky, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it could work. They got to tell a story with it. Like, and I think the story that makes sense is, you know, Judgment Day is not big enough for the both of us, you know?
True.
Like
I know.
something like that, you know? Like it doesn't need to be convoluted, just like simple to the point, you know?
Absolutely. Why does John Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly have matching tattoos? Do you see that? They both have like
Do they really?
the cross sword tattoo on their forearms. Weird.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah, why do they have that?
I don't know. Some sort of blood brother bullshit. Well, anyways, he's stabbing him in the back with a fork, not the forehead, the back.
I think it's some like New Japan tattoo.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Bad Sport said, "What would Nose be doing if he never got into wrestling?" I could see him. He would be probably really into professional bodybuilding because that's the one thing that he was like really into back in the day before pro wrestling. Like that was the one thing that like really helped him connect with Kevin Nash on the road because Kevin Nash is a total like druggy alcoholic, but he really liked powerlifting. And then you know Triple H was straight edge but loved powerlifting, so I think he'd probably be really into the powerlifting community. Probably one of those guys who did too much steroids when he was really young and is all like fat and like has like a soy bitch voice nowadays. I don't know. Yeah, that's how it usually is with the guys who do too much steroids. Like they get super fucking fat and just soy, you know?
Well, because they're not making the testosterone, their body's not making it naturally. So,
Yeah.
you know, they fuck themselves over when you take roids. You know, you'll get the immediate benefits, but you'll pay
Keep
for it.
up. You got to keep it up and you got to cycle. If you don't keep it up and you don't cycle, if you get lazy, it'll fuck you over.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. It's serious.
I mean, he might be a lot. You'd be surprised. A lot of these wrestlers are swingers, man. They're really into just having open relationships. A lot of them are degenerates, man. They're just, and it's not just in WWE. It's in AEW. I mean, shit. We talked about it with the Wrestler Speaks on 4chan. It's all locker rooms in the indies. It's not what the fans think, where it's just all video games and kumbaya. People are fucking each other. They're going out. They're having a good time. They're doing drugs. It's not this peachy kitty bullshit that you see on TV. Adults are still adults.
Well, and that's the thing is that people got to realize what you see on TV is it's the kayfabe picture that they want you to see.
Well, that people don't remember, like a guy like Drew McIntyre back in the day. He lost a great girl like Taryn Terrell because she was going through his phone and she found out that he was texting another wrestler and showing off panties that he got in a hotel the other night. You know, it's like these wrestlers, that's how they do. Look at fucking Damian Priest and all the fucking poontang he's been fucking slinging around with while he was married. You know, just saying.
Oh yeah, well and that's the thing is that you're on the road. You got these, you know, all these attractive women near you. You know, it's one thing leads to another. You're drinking. You know, it happens.
Well, they're all degenerates, and a lot of them are
that
cultists too. You know, a bunch of witches. And then Garza said, "I don't want Liv to turn face. She's better off as a heel." You don't have much of a choice with the division that you got. You kind of need people who can be good baby faces. And I would ask you, Garza, who would you have as a top level baby face right now that's good? Maybe Alexa Bliss if she breaks off from Charlotte. Tiffany's not the best baby face. She's better as a heel. Stephanie Vaquera is too fucking boring to be anything. Julia's too fucking boring to be anything.
Nikki Bella's best as a heel, but they want to push her as a babyface. What else are you gonna do with who would be a babyface in your company? Or are you gonna have the anti-hero Rhea? She sucks. It's like you're kind of tied. That's the problem, man. It's like Liv is at least versatile enough where she can play both. Just saying.
It's like I'm struggling to think of a way of like you could bring her in as heel. The only thing I can think of is kind of do what Russo was doing over in with Lunacy. Me too.
And that's I think a lot of them are afraid to go that controversial route because of all the sponsors, the advertisers, all the corporate ties, and at least with JCW, that offers Russo a lot more freedom to go about and do what he wants with the show. So good for him, man. We really hope the best for that guy, more than anything.
Oh, absolutely. And like we want JCW to thrive. Well, one, because we're juggalos lifelong. And two, because like we want there to be a well-written, entertaining alternative to this fucking indie-rific flippy-flop slop that we're getting every fucking week.
Absolutely. Big Butthole was saying alcoholism rocks and watching old anime rules. Modern wrestling blows donkey shit. Love you. I'd say JC truly come to Japan soon. Alcohol will rule. And that's the thing too, is if we ever do go to Japan, I respect you. You can go ahead and drink and whatnot. At least for Truly and I, we've made a vow not to drink. I've been over 2.5 years sober off of alcohol.
I've been sober for almost 8 years. So.
And we don't want to ruin that, man. We got a good thing going. And I just to each their own, man. I know it's your thing. For us, it's just, I don't know.
You can take a shot for us.
Yeah, take a shot for me, by all means, man. Catman said, it's nice to hear Russo happy, I love hearing how much he's enjoying working for Violent J and how much fun he's having with the JCW roster. And that's what we really like hearing, too, about Russo, is we like seeing the optimism. You see a sparkle in his eye now. You see, like, he actually has... He has hope for pro wrestling, especially when it's so dark right now. It's such a fucking dark time for pro wrestling. To see a guy like him who thinks a lot like we do, to have some optimism, to see him be hopeful... I think he knows shit that we don't. I think he's seen stuff in these episodes that is really gonna, pop a lot of fans. I really hope so. I really, really hope so, because we want to be on that JCW bandwagon. Like I said before, we were watching JCW before the Vince Russo rush, before everybody came along and said, oh, Vince Russo's involved, now I'm going to watch. We were watching it before that hand because, like we said, we're lifelong juggalos. We wanted to give Violent J a try. And it was weird, too. It was like out of the blue. We're like, you know what? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? Let me check out some indies. Let me see what's good out there. And it was Sunny Kiss last time that drove us away from JCW. So I went back and watched a more recent JCW, and they had attractive women on there. Like they had Haley J. They had Alice Crowley. They had just people that had a little bit of talent, that had something. I like the Outbreak gimmick that they had going on. There was like little glimmers, of good shit going on in JCW, so I decided to give it a chance. Because, you look at all these other indie companies, you'd be hard-pressed to find any characters. It's all just, I'm serious wrestler, take me serious for 20 minutes while I get my shit in. Fuck you. No.
Totally, and it's the thing, it's like we're just looking for alternatives. We're looking to be entertained. And it's nice to see that Russo, not only that he's back writing for wrestling again, but he's passionate about what he's doing. And like in that JCW roster, there's some gimmicks there, and there's some characters that are entertaining, and you've got some attractive women there. Like they got the big butt lady now. They got her in there.
Oh no, we had already seen Black Dahlia on previous episodes before, but I think what it's looking like now is Russo's getting Black Dahlia into the women's division, because that was the one thing that we were critiquing right off the bat. The two main critiques I would have for JCW, and I think once the ball gets rolling, that Russo will help Jay rectify a lot of those. The women's division needs more attractive, marketable women. I think Russo, he's got an incredible eye for female talent, and if he helped with Black Dahlia, that might not be him, that might be Jay. But even so, putting her on TV, Dahlia's got it. Look how many fans she made right off the get-go with Caleb Conley. She took, in our opinion, a boring guy like Caleb Conley and gave us something to care about with him. Good valet.